This is John Cena Sr. welcoming you to the Royal Rumble. And Marty will be here shortly. Don't forget to join us on Facebook and YouTube because let's get ready to rumble!
Wrestling fans, I'm in the control room. I don't even know if they can hear me. We're just trying to get everything situated. There is pure mayhem here as we enjoy a fine meal from the Kowloon Entertainment Dining Complex, Route 1 North, Saugus, Massachusetts. Johnny, was it delicious or what, brother?
The food was outstanding. The food was delicious. Monique is finishing up her wonton soup. And I've got to tell you something. For the best in Asian cuisine, it's the Kowloon.
Longtime close personal friend Andy Wong is working like a dog. He can't even enjoy the Rumble, Johnny. Don't lose too much sleep about it. All right, you can talk, Johnny. Describe the fans what's going on.
You got me, man. I'm sitting here watching this. I'm seeing a lot of faces, a lot of people. I just can't wait for the Rumble. I've got my own predictions. I got my own dreams of people I'd like to see win. I'd like to see Edge come out on top. McIntyre come out on top. There's a lot of possibilities in this year's Royal Rumble. Who will it be? Who will be the winner of the women's and men's Royal Rumble? Will McIntyre succeed? Will Goldberg prove us all wrong? Will his prediction of calm as a bitch? We'll see what happens. Wow! Look at that one. There he is. There's the man to beat.
What's the opening contest, Johnny? What's the opening match?
I'm watching the Royal Rumble right here. I can't tell you anything yet.
What? Well, is it a shot of the television?
Does AJ Styles have a chance?
I can't hear you.
Johnny, what is on the TV screen?
I can see what's on the screen. It's just a bunch of Royal Rumble. Everybody getting thrown out, getting thrown in. There is no first match.
So the show is just opening.
Oh, there goes Brock Lesnar over the top. Drew McIntyre wins the Royal Rumble. Here we go. Here it comes.
Fans, do you have any big predictions tonight? Who do you think are going to walk away from both the 30-man and the 30 women over the top rope Royal Rumbles? Jackie, any comments from the peanut gallery on YouTube as of yet as we continue to try to navigate Facebook?
Does AJ Styles have a chance?
Do you think AJ's got a chance?
Styles has got as big a chance as anybody else. Styles has proved himself throughout his career and now in WWE renewed. I think Styles is a man we should keep our eye on.
A man that you brought to the Millennium Wrestling Federation back in 2007.
Here we are live at the Thunderdome. It's now the Royal Rumble. Oh, we actually have people there. Look at that. Little pictures, little people. But there are people at the Royal Rumble.
Monique, that chair and the heater is in the corner for you, my friend. Yep, there you go. Go north. Oh.
Michael Fergoa asks, are you guys staying warm out there in Boston?
No, not in this studio.
Very cold.
All I can tell you, Michael, is it's cold here in Boston. We're waiting for this blizzard, this snowstorm. I hate snow. I hate cold. But you know what? There's the man, cold right there as he walks to the ring. It's Goldberg.
Johnny, we're live on YouTube. Give him the hot open again, brother.
Hey, YouTube, it's me,
No,
John Cena Sr. Hey, we're back. Look at this. It's the Royal Rumble. I can't wait. There's the man, Goldberg. He swears he's going to bury McIntyre. Let's see who buries who.
That's the opening match, Johnny?
Looks that way.
Billy Goldberg and Drew?
Looks like Goldberg versus Drew McIntyre.
Who do you
walking to the ring right now.
Who do the fans have in this one, Johnny? I get Jackie the Joke Man is on the YouTube and the Facebook monitoring things. Who do you guys got in the championship
ready
match?
through the curtains. The man is about to make the entrance into the Thunderdome.
Johnny, and you got a lot of thunder in your dome, brother.
Oh, listen. It's pretty tough without Dan Marty. You know how
I'm
it
coming,
is.
I'm coming.
He's the man with the jokes, the pokes. He's the guy that keeps the smile, keeps you there for a while. Don't forget to dial. Marty will tell you, oh, well, look, it's the Royal Rumble. There's Goldberg. We could have some hell. Here comes Goldberg. You know what? Don't underestimate this man. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. He's in great shape, great physical specimen, great professional wrestler. Let's see what happens here. There's the team. There's my man, Samoan Joe.
We got a great help tonight, Johnny. What would we do without the help?
Setting up.
Johnny doesn't care about the great help.
I wish I could hear that commentary from that desk. I wish I could hear what they were saying, because I'm sure there's a lot of chatter about the man in the ring right now. The man who right now is scheduled, he says, to beat McIntyre.
Who?
There it is. There's the sword. There's the man.
Roy Baptiste says Goldberg getting a title shot in his 50s is a joke.
There's no jokes in WWE. There's no jokes in
that's
professional
debatable.
wrestling. All I'm going to say is this. Never,
Connor, it's
ever,
all you, brother.
ever underestimate an opponent or talent because of age. Take a look at Flair. Take a look at some of the other guys out there. There could be an upset here tonight. Let's wait and see.
All right, I can't wait for this, Johnny. The Royal Rumble is my second favorite event of
I
the
just
year.
wish I could hear it, man. I can see it, but I can't hear it.
Well, that's how can you not hear it? I can hear it from here.
I can't hear it.
Yeah, this is a highlight package. I thought you said Goldberg.
I know. Goldberg's in the ring. What's the matter? What's the matter with you?
Is that loud enough for you, Johnny?
I have trouble hearing anyway.
Moniz, can you hear? I don't. We'll put it on 80 for now, and we'll see. All right, wrestling fans, I will be back on camera in just a moment.
It's a spear from Goldberg.
We had
Marty's coming back. Is that a
delightful
promise
dinner.
or a threat?
All right, it's a threat.
Oh, it's a threat.
We have a very classy lady with us tonight in studio, so the language will be appropriate, we hope.
I'm sure.
We only have to worry about me.
And me.
Now, what did I do? My bottle of water I have. All right.
Should I be texting
Oh,
answers too, or should I just speak them?
When there's lulls in conversation, just shout it out.
Okay.
Beating your dad up. Here we go. Shoved by Goldberg. This is it. Let's see
Don the
what they're
Barber
both
just
made
gave
of.
us
This will be a great
$9
match.
Miz wins gold tonight. Thank you, Don the Barber.
John the Barber with the super chat, Johnny. Hell of a guy. He thinks Miz cashes in successfully tonight. Could you see that?
Anything can happen at the Royal Rumble.
Would it be inappropriate for me to enjoy my Kowloon on the set?
Why don't you bring it on over, have your chicken, have your rice, have your cow.
I didn't get any rice.
Enjoy yourself.
And the good thing is, fans, as you can see, Connor Smith, our technical director, get ready, baby, to go to that middle shot. Autographed 8x10s are available. If you're interested in a John Cena Senior 8x10, look at that, baby. Wrestle Con, eat your heart out.
All I know is,
Gentlemen, and we're glad you're with us. Do you think I could reposition the TV in a better way, Johnny? I'm just afraid I'll disconnect it.
just leave well enough alone. We have to do what we have to do.
Moniz, are you warm back there? All right. I feel like I did something successful for a kind lady.
Oh, wow. He's after everybody, McIntyre. Goldberg spearing everybody. Dan, you know what? I'm still got my fingers crossed for.
Oh, you were right. That was.
It is the opening match.
He had a long wait.
You doubt me?
He had a long wait.
Oh, I'm sure.
Now, do I still have the mask on?
Yeah, you can take it off.
We're socially distanced, I think, right?
We're 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I showered, so we're okay.
Well, depends on the day. I don't. I lost my train of thought. With the lineup, I was given the top 3 matches by a WWE friend. And the reason I'm not going to say them publicly is because I don't know. I know they wouldn't want it out there, and I haven't heard about it on blogs or websites or social media. So I'm going to keep it to myself. But I will say this, fans. I expect McIntyre to retain based upon the WrestleMania lineup given to me.
Very interesting.
But as you know, Johnny, anything can happen in World Wrestling Entertainment. It can happen in the snap of your fingers.
That's what makes the wrestling business so interesting what makes the twists and turns. That's why we watch it.
Vince could get in that referee's earpiece and say McIntyre is doing the job all of a sudden out of nowhere. Spear, jackhammer, Goldberg.
Wow.
Oh, you got to be shitting me. All right.
$5 from Johnny Friction. Let me hear your Otis impression, Dan.
Yeah. What's his name?
His name is Johnny Friction.
Johnny Friction. Yeah. Are you an Otis fan, Johnny?
No.
Is that about the extent of Otis?
That's it. That's it, brother. You look at the look. Look at the. You know, this is what I don't like. Look, the one thing I hate is in the ring chewing gum. That just says so. Look at Goldberg.
As I get ready to eat
chewing on a piece of gum. You know, come on.
Who's
Either
chewing?
take it serious or don't.
Who's chewing gum?
Goldberg. Look at him. You blind? You want to borrow my glasses?
You
Come
could
on.
be right.
You know what? Really? Really? As Moniz would say, really? Really? I don't believe this. Let's see. Any idea how long this match will last, Mr. Marty?
I'll say 7 tops.
I'll give it 10.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll give it 10.
That would be by far his longest match since he's
But
come
there'll
back.
be a lot of rest in between. Watch.
I'll say this, Johnny, whether you love WWE, whether you hate WWE right now, or somewhere in between, those are world-class production values.
I agree.
The NFL can't do it as good as they do. The NBA doesn't do it as good as they do. Major League Baseball doesn't do it as good as they do. I haven't been to many concerts in my life, so I can't speak to that.
Look at this. Whoa.
$5 from SHW Freak. Let's hear a Cena Senior Otis impression.
I wish I could do it for you. I can't.
No, they want a little Lotus. They
I
give
can't do it. Sorry. I can't do it.
Could you attempt it?
No. No.
You're letting the fans down.
I'm
Johnny.
letting the fans down then. I'm really concentrating on Goldberg and I'm concentrating on McIntyre.
Well,
Yeah, I'll give you
Nice job, Loretta.
Johnny. Don't cut me any roses.
Nice.
well, Goldberg apparently has a new ring gear. I don't know if I'd call it ring gear.
I
but-
don't know if you call it ring gear or not. He has a new look, I can tell you that.
Well,
You know, like I said before.
Bill has one of those contracts where that the regular talent, where they're subjected to certain testing, they don't have to.
Oh, he gave him his own move. He speared Goldberg. McIntyre is determined. Goldberg is determined. Whoa. You know what? I got a bad feeling about this match.
You're not the only one.
Yep, I got a bad feeling here.
You think he's going to go through the barricade, John?
I don't know about the barricade, but I can just feel this coming. Out of the way. Oh, there we go. Out of the way.
How do you follow this up in the second match, John?
I don't know. I would never expect. I would have thought this would have been the main event.
I have to say, I'm disappointed. I enjoyed Phoenix so much 2 years ago for the Rumble in Houston last year at Minute Maid Field. But to be here with you and Moniz and Jackie the Joke Man and Connor Smith in the control room, you know what? Life could be a lot worse. As it is for Drew McIntyre right now.
That was quite a spear.
Fans, as you continue to watch Drew recover from that spear, as I guess the referee has decided to not even attempt to count him out.
I don't believe what I'm seeing. What is he waiting for?
If you could
There's two
share,
referees there. Two, not one, two.
share the links to these great videos, fans. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight, whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're watching on Facebook. Share the link. Get more fans in on what we're doing. We got Jackie the Joke Man monitoring these situations, and as he told me earlier, it's no laughing matter.
No, it is not.
A man that has a stick protruding from his ass had to go and get Jackie equipment for the computer to work today. Our friend, the professor.
Nice drop
That
kick
could
guy.
be it.
McIntyre, two. Oh, come on. McIntyre's favoring those ribs, Dan. You know what? I don't know about you, brother, but right about now,
McIntyre, you can't believe that didn't finish him off.
he's handling those ribs. He's really, really out there selling that.
Well, one thing about Goldberg is he is the
Oh, he missed that.
whatever he was trying, leg drop. Or
Yeah,
whatever
no,
might have
that
been.
was going to be a drop kick, but he missed that. Another spear right in the same place. Marty, don't take a bite of chicken just yet.
Well, like we said, things can.
There's three in a row.
He's going to be out of breath.
Whoa.
Goldberg, at the age of 54, he's turned into maybe the Mike Tyson of WWE. The matches are short and sweet. They're hot. They're explosive. They're action-packed, and they're not very long.
I told you how I felt about it. We talked about it several times in the shows that we've done. But
It's fight night, baby.
But I've said,
It's fight night.
you got it. Up, here we go. Whoa. Oh, that was bad. Oh, that was bad. I'm sorry to say it. I really have to say it. Maybe I'll get thrown off the screen, but I got to tell you something. I don't think you should laugh at that one, Dan. That could have been serious. That could have been serious. Watch this.
Oh, and they're going to show it.
I don't think it's laughing matter. I take this stuff seriously. I've been in the ring. I know what it's like.
Well, your head wishes Randy missed by that much as Goldberg did.
I wish he did miss by. Oh, there we go. Here comes the pin. This is the fall right here. You ready?
You think this is it, Johnny? A big Claymore
I think this
kick?
is the finish.
Oh, we're having fun here tonight, fans, on this big Royal Rumble watch-along. I hope you're enjoying the Royal Rumble wherever you may be. Wait a minute.
No, it's not going to happen. He's going to miss it. Oh,
No,
he got him. That's it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
As it
How many
should be.
minutes?
Did you time it, Jackie?
No.
No, well, that's all right. I don't even think it went 7. And you know what? It didn't need to be any more than this.
No. It
The
told
longer,
a good story.
the longer it went, the more it would drain from it.
It told a good story. And you know what? You heard what I've said before about Goldberg, but I want everybody to understand one thing. Look what he did tonight. He showed the professionalism of a true athlete.
He looked the part.
He did a good job. I got to tell you something. Can't take anything away from that man.
He wasn't a 54-year-old man that came in for an easy payday out of shape.
Going to show it again.
Well,
I don't believe that. That's just something you don't want to show.
I wouldn't keep showing the replay.
No, that's just not what you want to show.
Do you like the Claymore as a finisher, John? I don't think we've ever really discussed
You know what? I'm not a fan of that. It's kind of like a Randy Orton kick on a different level. Let's see what's going to happen here. He's going to go over and shake his hand.
It's going to be hopefully a sign of respect, Johnny. I don't know.
I would hope so. Goldberg earned it. Goldberg has earned it.
Well, Goldberg has 2 matches per year on that contract. Do you think we'll see Goldberg again before or at WrestleMania?
I do.
Or later this year?
Goldberg's going over. Good job. Let's see a show of sportsmanship here.
I think he spent the majority of his big payday
Still
for the
got the
event
gum in his mouth.
on that new ring gear.
What's he saying? New ring gear. Now, okay. I don't know what they're saying. Screwed that move up pretty bad.
Hey, you know what? For Drew McIntyre, it's a feather under his cap.
And
we can
as well as Goldberg. I can give both credit.
We can snicker at how bad that jackhammer was, but at the end of the day, Goldberg is.
Somebody's got to hit somebody here. I don't like the way it's coming down.
It's a sign
No,
of respect.
I don't like the way it's coming down. Why are they laughing?
Johnny sensing a heel
what's
turn?
so fun about this? Why are we laughing?
Maybe they saw the replay of the jackhammer.
He's going to jackhammer. He's going to give him a spear right here. No, I guess not. He's done.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what WWE has in store for Goldberg. In that lineup I was telling you about earlier, Goldberg, at least in those top 3 matches, was not part of it. But that doesn't mean, again, that could change, or, maybe he'd be in a mid-card match, or
No, you know what? I'm going to tell you this. I still think Goldberg could be right up there in the top match. In the right position, right match, no question about
I'll
it.
say this. He still has that vendetta with Roman Reigns.
I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that.
Natural built-in storyline. Roman, now that he's a heel, you can say Roman ran away because of COVID. He walked away from their WrestleMania main event, and you have a built-in, whether it be a grudge match, a title match. But unless they tack on more dates to Goldberg's contract, you only have that one more match to work with. I don't know. Could you imagine WWE going back to Saudi Arabia this year for those big shows? That might be kind of tough to pull off.
I don't think that would be a wise move at this point. I do think that what I just saw is a credit to both individuals.
I think they booked it perfectly. I know one of the moves didn't come off perfect, but the way they laid the match out,
I think it was
whoever
good.
the producer was did very good.
I agree.
SHW Freak asks, Dan, what Rumble is better, 90, 91, or 92?
92 has got to be probably the best Rumble of them all. Who asked that one?
SHW Freak.
SHW.
Freak.
Freak.
Because he's freaky.
Well, we're getting freaky at the Rumble, baby. I have never understood what those digital cards are that they sell.
You get me. Oh, this is another good match.
Oh, this should be a good one. Yeah.
But guess who's going to win?
Marshmallow time.
Guess who's going to win?
Your longtime close personal friend, the boss. Let me ask you this, Johnny. From what the gentleman, I think it was a gentleman. If you're a lady, I apologize. Do you have a favorite of those three Royal Rumbles mentioned? 90, 91, or 92?
I think 90 was a good year.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was a good year.
92, when the title was on the line in Albany, New York at the Knickerbocker Arena, Nature Boy Ric Flair, I think, came in number 3 for that one. That was just, everybody wanted to be in that Rumble because the title was on the line.
Yeah.
There was real prestige. To me, the 92 Rumble may be the best Rumble event of all time. I like 2007 a lot, too. This is certainly not going to bring back too many memories of that. Look at that, John. Looks like what Margot Roulette wants to do for you on Ms. and Mrs.
Anyway, that's got to be Charlotte Flair. And did you know that was Charlotte Flair?
That's not Charlotte Flair, Johnny.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Carmella, there you go.
With her henchman there.
Oh, wow.
Reginald.
Yeah.
Now, see, Johnny, I know you probably don't have time to listen to the Royal Rumble review that we do each week on Saturday, but you know what bothered me so much? They did Reginald against Sasha Banks on SmackDown in a match where a man is not going to physically hurt the woman. So if you're going to present, how do you present a match knowing that the man is not going to cause any physical harm or interaction whatsoever? To me, it was just a waste of time.
There's the match right there.
There it is. Look at Reginald's quite the athlete. I'll give him that.
Quite the athlete is right. Up and over.
I remember you doing that back in the 80s.
You're right. Here we go. He's done right there.
I mean, you talk about a guy, I hope he's saving his paychecks. It's Reginald.
Wow. All I got to say is wow. All I got to say is wow.
If it wasn't for you, Sasha Banks might not even be here tonight.
No.
Just think if you gave her that advice to leave the business.
We had a nice chat. Her mother was there, but you know what? The end decision lied with the young lady, the boss herself.
Well, what if you tried to persuade her in a different direction?
No, I still think she would have gone forward because you know what? She truly loved the business. She truly was a professional. She is a professional. This will be an interesting match.
Here we have these deep, in-depth interviewers that they seem to replace quite frequently, who they forget about rather quickly. But
well, see, I just kind of wanted to see if you were awake there when I announced the first opponent, and you came right up. We woke right up.
I did. I was very excited. We got the Jane Pauley of WWE trying to probe Sasha's thoughts for the big match.
You are going to do that?
No, the Jane Pauley of
Oh,
WWE.
she tried, but it didn't work, did it?
It's boss time.
Yeah, here we go. It's boss
Michael
time.
Cole almost sounds like he has an orgasm when he says it's boss time. Doesn't he?
Why are you picking on Michael Cole?
Oh, Michael, you know what?
Why are you picking on Michael Cole?
Fine human being. He's very good at doing interviews. He's very good at doing voiceovers. As far as calling wrestling matches, trying to get wrestling moves over, trying to get wrestling storylines over, angles over, matches, anything that involves wrestling, he's horrible. I don't know how someone has lasted that long at this job, not being good at calling the actual match. I mean, there's a lot of things you could have Michael Cole do that he's good at, but to me, he's horrible at commentary. Do you think can you think of any match you've ever said, oh, Michael Cole, what a hell of a call?
I think Cole does a nice job.
Why is it that when Jim Ross was around, everybody wanted Jim Ross to call their matches?
There's a difference between JR and Michael Cole.
I
Just
think,
like there's a difference between Carmella and Sasha Banks. Every one of us has our own
Johnny,
challenge.
do you play the Battlegrounds game on your cell phone?
No,
No.
I don't have time for that.
The
I don't have time for that stuff.
Did you ever get the PlayStation 5?
Never.
Never.
I'm glad he didn't. There's so many things wrong with it.
I don't know if Baby Marty has had issues with this. I have
Well,
not heard of any.
You paid big money. You one of those people who went out there and spent $2,200
No.
in a time of COVID?
You know how I had to wind up doing it?
No.
GameStop released a bundle. We had to get 2 games and a controller with it.
Yep.
So I did pay what would be retail price. I just had to get more than I thought I was going to have
Don't
to
have
get.
to get.
Yeah.
And you bought GameStop stock, I'm sure, right?
I have AMC stock, and I'm hoping it shoots back up to around $20.
And sell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like GameStop.
See, my thought process was during COVID, I was very bored. I said, even though AMC is riddled with a lot of debt, people are eventually going to go to the movies once this is over. I love going to the movies.
I think it's all changed, Marty. I think you're going to see it through HBO Max. The studios now have found out that releasing it on TV as well as at the theaters, it's going to kill the business, I think. But anyway,
It's not a good idea for the business.
let's take a look at what's on the screen.
Well, I'd rather talk about
You
movies.
know what? You've been against this since day one, since I met you.
Sasha,
These women have talent. They have ability.
oh yeah, that was
Come on.
that was a believable.
We might
looking
even have a
maneuver right
malfunction here. Who knows?
there. No. Sasha doesn't seem to match tonight, or is it just me? It's like Shawn Michaels at Elimination Chamber Road 2. Maybe the gear wasn't done yet.
I don't know what this is. I have no idea. This is very slow. Here we go.
Reginald.
Reginald's. Oh, you can see that coming.
Reginald adds a lot to the presentation.
I don't think so. I don't really think so.
Carmella's holding the top, though.
Yeah, I'm just
She's
wondering.
getting either that or she's trying to tease Corey Graves a little bit. What may go on later tonight.
Oh, God. Marty, here we go.
Well, they're a real life couple.
You think we're going to have an upset here? Title upset?
No.
No, me neither.
I would be blown away if the boss does not retain tonight. Fans at
Well,
home.
you know what could happen? Bailey could interfere.
Oh, you never
Could
know.
cost the match.
Fans, who do you got? Carmella or Sasha? Jackie the Joke Man is waiting for your answer. Poor Connor Smith isn't getting. Oh, Jesus.
You don't like that. I take it by your
Well,
comment. You
that's-
don't think that even looked real, right?
It certainly wasn't Kevin Nash level, but she tried.
Wow.
She tried.
Wow.
In the
Man, and they let you into these events?
Dan, what's your favorite non-Rumble match from our Royal Rumble from SH3W3?
Oh, there you go.
This is a man that has a lot of questions.
Nice. I like this
Um,
move.
My favorite match that took, you know what? I remember at Madison Square Garden, Royal Rumble 2000, the Cactus Jack and Triple H street fight was fantastic. Out of this world. Royal Rumble 2000 is one of the better Royal Rumbles as well, from top to bottom as far as the event goes. To me, I'm a big fan of 92. 2000, 2007.
Oh,
If you're looking for Royal Rumbles to watch,
come
if
on,
you're going to be
that's
part
not
of the blizzard that's going to be hitting us this week, Johnny. Or you can catch up on John Cena Sr.'s Wrestling Insider's Fabulous Fridays. It's about 20 episodes.
wow.
We're racking them up, baby. With new episodes this Friday night, right after SmackDown at 10.
Joe Ogg says your hair's looking good, Dan.
My hair is looking good.
Yeah.
Joe, I think are you ribbing me, brother?
Oh,
I was running around today. I felt like a pinball in a pinball machine trying to get everything ready because we didn't have studio staffing with us.
whoa. Nice.
But is the Moss looking good, Johnny?
Who?
The Moss.
Your Moss?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, man. You're all right. Yeah.
Maybe Linda's watching.
Maybe. I hope so. You never know.
Linda, I don't know if
Maybe
I told
Marlowe's
you.
after you. What's that?
Linda was struck with the COVID and baby Marty.
Oh, in my prayers.
Well, it wasn't an extreme case of it. They are both on the mend. And,
Good.
you know,
Good.
Linda, I think, was the only person whose personality got better because they got COVID.
Replay. Look at that. Oh, Sasha's
The
injured.
boss is in rough shape, baby. But she's fighting through. Look at that. She's going to get a couple of those Eddie Guerrero and Macho Man cosplay moves in.
Oh, wow. You are bad. You are bad. I'll tell you one thing, though. I'm going to say it right now. I'm not a fan of the blue hair. I'm not a fan of that at all. Be who you are.
I'll tell you this. I disagree with you a little bit. I think it, from a male point of view, to her physical enticement, I think I like that better than the purple.
What? Why are we waiting here? Why are we waiting? Don't you think now would be a good time to pull her out, put her in the center of the ring? What do you think, Marty?
I know I'd be trying to win the match.
Well, it doesn't look that way here.
I would want that champion. I don't even know if you can call it championship gold anymore, but whatever it's made out of. Championship silver, maybe?
Gold plate.
Gold plated? I don't know. Reginald is happy, though.
Well,
You know what we should have done? I wasn't even thinking. We should have signed up for Thunderdome, and they could have put us on one of
why
the
did that? Oh, now, whoa. Maybe next year, God willing, if I'm around.
Well, maybe Elimination Chamber in February. Who
we
knows?
can do that. We can see. Here we go.
I
Here
think
we
that
go.
would be his.
Oh.
Oh, jeez. See what I mean? Come on.
What do you mean? You just saw a match between McIntyre and Goldberg where we had issues, and now you're knocking this. That looked pretty good right there.
That wasn't bad. It's just, did you hear Undertaker's comments on Joe Rogan's show?
No.
Oh, buried them.
Very WWE?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
We'll talk about that on
He
the show.
said that
this week.
it's pretty light there. Here we go.
Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
There we go. What a shocker.
No, I agree.
There we go. Yeah, she's got to get those 3 soup plays in.
No, I
Oh,
got
no,
2.
Carmella blocks.
Ah,
Knee to the breast.
this is it. What do you think?
I think Jackie would like the knee to the breast. I don't know.
Oh! Reginald's got her?
I think that might be the first woman that Reginald has ever picked up.
It's going to go by count out? Why isn't he counting?
They never count.
Why isn't the referee counting? Come on, she's out of the ring. He doesn't belong there. Oh, yeah, he's going to throw him out now. Where's the 10 count on her? Oh, come on.
You know what? It's a very small issue, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. But one thing that I think has hurt the product overall is them castrating the referee of authority. The rules don't mean anything anymore. Anytime someone's outside of the ring and you attempt to do a count out, they go to a commercial break, and you know the match isn't going to end. You lose a finish by losing the count out.
You know how many times Carmella could have pinned this woman? She had her, and all she did was berate her. There's that pat in the back. Everything's okay.
That was almost as good as the Brie Bella one a couple
Well,
of years
why
ago.
are we waiting? Why are we waiting? She doesn't need Reginald. She knows what she's doing. Come on. You want a real manager? Get Fabulous.
Get you out there.
Get
John.
Fabulous.
That's right.
I'm telling you.
You got one more run left in you.
A lot of runs left in me. Let me tell you. Look at this.
You know, I have to say this. I don't know how much of it you've tuned into, and maybe we should save this for discussion on our talk show.
Why don't we do
But
that?
I think the Ric Flair Lacey Evans story is one of the best ones they have on the show right now.
I would
I
agree
think
that.
that is
I would agree with that.
fantastic.
I would agree with that.
I would love for them to have the patience and the
This is it.
pacing to extend that to WrestleMania. Here we go. Well, Macho Man, what do we got now?
Looks like a Macho Man move to me.
Oh no, the Eddie Frog splash.
Oh, yeah, but you didn't get a chance to do that.
No, ribbit.
Oh,
Shades of Billy Robinson right there. Jackie, anything from our friends on YouTube or Facebook?
Guardian of Chaos says John Sr. looks marvelous.
He looks fabulous, Guardian, not marvelous, fabulous.
And
But we'll take a compliment any way we can receive.
Ibzan Ario is asking, how's your son doing, Mr. John Cena?
oh,
John, even though you have 5, they want to know, how is your son doing?
I'm assuming he's referring to you. He didn't specify who specifically.
I would assume John is doing well.
You'd assume.
I would. Matter of fact, I would hope he's doing very well.
I believe, isn't he working on a movie in Canada? Oh my Lord! Oh, I wish
Come
I
on,
was.
Dad, give it credit. That
I
was a
wish
nice
I was
movie.
working on a movie in
Nice
Canada.
movie. Here we go. Come on, give it credit. Let's
Here we
go.
Ooh, yeah, think it's
Up,
from-
up. Oh, whoa, that was a nice sabat. Another one. Come on.
This could
One,
be it.
2. Oh, come on. How much you pay that referee?
The aerial attack is not working for Sasha Banks tonight at
Look
the
at
Rumble.
the nice sabat she gave her. 2 in a row. She's got her bent in half, and she kicks out. Come on. Why wait, woman?
You're gonna get some bad feedback.
I'm getting
if
nervous
you talk
now.
like that, John. Come
What's
on.
that? I'm going to get what?
A little negative feedback. If you
I
talk to,
don't
oh, wait a
swear-
minute.
It is what it
Yeah,
is.
here we go. I think this is it.
This can't be it.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't tap.
A little late, Johnny.
She tapped.
Well, the boss retains in a very forgettable championship match. I think it's fair to say. No?
Very forgettable?
Forgettable.
I think there were some memorable moments in there.
Are you going to go back and watch it tonight on the network when you
I
get
am
back
not.
to Cena Estates?
No, I am not. No.
Well, I know the
think-
helicopter is going to be landing on the roof around 10:30, I think, right?
To get me?
Yeah.
Absolutely correct.
You have that big front lawn,
Right at the mansion?
presidential level.
That's correct. I wasn't impressed with the finish.
I wasn't impressed with much in this one, other than I'll say this, I'll try and put a positive on it. It looks like they both put forth a very strong effort.
There was a lot of effort here. I told you. The thing that can look, I may get negative feedback. That's fine. I'm used to that. But you know what? She was in a position where she could have won several times, and she hesitated. He who hesitates loses. She who hesitates loses.
We got $2 from SHW. He says, fix wrestling countouts, managers, and blood.
Fix them?
Fix wrestling countouts, managers, and blood.
Fits? F-I-T-S?
Fix.
F-I-X?
Yeah. I don't.
Johnny doesn't like the blood. I like blood in wrestling in moderate amounts. I think when you do a big angle 2 or 3 times a year that involves blood, it really enhances what's going on in the ring, and it makes it a little more believable. I'd like to see real managers come back. I know you're a proponent of managers, Johnny.
Absolutely. I'm a promoter of managers. They need the managers back. It's being proven that managers, look at Paul Heyman. Look what he does for Roman Reigns. Look what he did for Brock Lesnar. You have outstanding performers that can work well in the ring, but can't work well on the stick. And as far as the blood goes, I'm not all against it. I think I've said several times, blood is fine if there's a place, if there's rationale and reason. But to gig for the sake of gigging,
Right.
to bleed for the sake of, wow, look at me, senseless. It makes no sense at all. I said it before. You get in the cage, that's steel.
Hell in a
It's
Cell.
sharp.
Elimination
There
Chamber.
should be a little blood there. I agree with you.
I think they've ruined Hell in a Cell by not having it.
Well, I agree with you because there's a position that I'll take that says, yeah, we probably should have some blood in there. Here we go, Big E, and
Xavier Woods.
there you go.
Fans, don't forget we have the John Cena Sr. autographed 8x10 photos available. It helps us keep the lights on here at MWF Studios, downtown Melrose, Massachusetts. The zip code of champion 02176. We don't bring you in studio shoot interview talk shows once a week. We don't do it twice a week. We don't do it 3 times a week. 4 nights a week, Johnny. We bring you original content. Tuesday nights, it's Tony Atlas's Wrestling Insiders at your house. I never know what debris I'm going to be hit with out of the left side of his mouth with what he's eating for dinner that night. Wednesday night, it's Wrestling Insider Special Edition. You never know what guest. This week, it's going to be Jerry Saggs of the Nasty Boys. I still haven't told you that story yet. Thursday night, it's Wrestling Insider's Party with Marty. You never know what to expect with that. This week, we talked about how Marty had to have the police help him flee Austria after a physical confrontation with the promoter that tried to short him on money, and how he thought a hitman went to his home to try and off him after the fact, along with Jane Fonda getting physical with certain WCW personnel. I guess Ted didn't know, or maybe Ted didn't care.
What's happened to Kofi Kingston?
He hurt his jaw.
What's happened to Kofi Kingston? Look at that look. That is not a
$5
Kofi
from Albert.
Kingston.
Best thing about working on a movie in Canada is you might get to see Trish Stratus, Gail Kim, or Tracy Brooks.
Who is that from?
Albert Nada Retro, $5.
Albert, thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. You are a gentleman. Trish Stratus is a beautiful woman. Gail Kim is a beautiful woman. Who is the third one?
Tracy Brooks.
She's a nice human being.
I've met Trish Stratus.
I know. It
Very
was
nice,
Trish. He said the best thing about working on a movie in Canada, you could meet Trish Stratus, Gail Kim, or Tracy Brooks.
It all depends on what part of Canada you're in.
Maybe that's.
I will tell you that right now.
Well, there are certain parts of Canada you go to, and it's like you've rewound your watch to the year 1940. You know what I mean?
All I can tell you is this: I worked up there. I've had matches up there. It depends on where you are.
Well, we send a hello to our good friends, Canadian Wrestling Elite, the last of the Mohegans that actually do full wrestling tours, 30 to 40-day tours. They're kind of in a rut too due to coronavirus, even though they get wonderful stimulus checks up in Canada. Every month, $2,000 a person each month. It's not a bad. Imagine if you had a lot of
I bet
kids.
you they're not going for 1.9 trillion.
I couldn't tell you that. I don't know.
Here we go.
All right, wrestling fans. Again, the 8x10 is available as we have a little music. I can't think of this man's name now. But I think the name...
Bad Bunny?
Now, Johnny, do you have Bad Bunny downloaded to your phone?
No.
No.
Do I want Bad Bunny downloaded to my phone? No. Oh,
No.
please. What a ripoff. What a ripoff.
Look at
Vanilla Ice. And what's this guy? Who is he supposed to be?
Bad Bunny. Booker T's in for an easy payday.
Booker T?
It's Booker T right there. The name of the song, I think, is Booker T, which
Right,
is why,
right.
obviously, he's there.
Right.
He's adding a lot to this world-class musical presentation.
You know what?
Were you familiar with Bad Bunny before tonight?
I know there are a lot of rabbit tests and there were some bad bunnies, but I don't know anything else beyond that. Booker T's going to wrestle, huh?
Booker T's got his old G.I. Bro outfit on, it looks like, from when he was in Global in the early
Sergeant Slaughter,
90s.
here we go. We're going to do it. You know what? There's another guy. Now, how old is Booker T?
He's got to be in his early 50s, I'd say.
Well,
He still looks the part,
you
that's
can't-
for sure.
Just like Goldberg.
He never had an official retirement match. I just don't think he's a big enough name to really pop the crowd if he had a comeback. Do you?
You know what? Sometimes when you take something away and then you bring it back, it might be good for 1 or 2 shots. So I think he popped the crowd.
If you were to
little
grade,
spin-a-rooney,
if you were to grade his career, what would you grade it?
I'd give the guy a C, a B plus, or a C. Is that too
There's
low?
a big difference between a B plus and a C.
Is that
Johnny.
too low?
To me, I would say about a B or a B plus.
There you go.
But you got to be an A guy like a Goldberg to really get people pumped.
You know
I
what?
think.
I disagree. I've seen people that you classify as D's that have got people pumped
Like
and jumped.
who? Give me an example.
Come on. You know what?
Oh, you know what? Our good friend Slick Rick B up in Maine, has one of Tony Atlas's custom drawings on his wall. He wanted to know, is there going to be any Fabo Pop available for sale? As I have to quickly, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I needed the cane for that one, Johnny.
No, we're in church.
All right, well, I didn't want to miss any more of Bad Bunny.
Speaking of gifts, Johnny Friction gave us $5, and he asks, what is it going to take to get Annie in the studio, baby?
Johnny,
What is that?
Moniz, could you cover your ears for a moment? The fans want to know when we can get Annie the Ass Eater in the studio.
You know, first
They
of all,
love the Annie stories on Marty's talk show about her probing of many situations.
you know I'm not a fan of demeaning people. You know I'm not a fan.
I didn't give her the
of-
name.
I don't give a damn what you
All
say.
right.
Fact of the matter is, bad question, bad comment. Leave well enough alone. You don't want to bring me into this.
All right. Fine lady, as is the sister. As they, I don't know if you know this,
Enough said. What's that?
they accused Marty of being the father of Annie's sister, child.
Hearsay.
Hearsay. Marty denies it. But at one of our live events, she lifted her shirt up and showed us the C-section scar. I think that was before you had time, though, with us.
I would definitely say yes.
What do we have here, Johnny? Is it time for the Men's Royal Rumble?
I am a.
They're going through the history of it. I would
Yep.
say so.
It looks that way. We're coming in right now.
That would make me think they have a big surprise.
There's a guy right there. Edge. That him?
That was from last year in
I
Houston.
know. I'm rooting for him. Even though I took a slap in the face. Even though I took a lot of insults.
Even though he broke into your home,
He did break into the house. That was a definite.
he went through your closets.
On Cena, he did indeed. He did.
Oh, see, I don't. If the Men's Rumble is now, I expect it to be a little lackluster now.
Yeah, well, you know what? So far, I'll be real honest with you. I haven't seen a whole lot here that's really made me wow.
Well, maybe where they have such little Women's Royal Rumble archival footage, where I think this is only the fourth one, maybe the women's one is coming up.
We'll see. We'll see.
That was a good finish. Do you
That
remember
was
that
a good
one
fit. I
from
remember that one too.
95?
I do.
With your buddy Santino.
I think he's a great individual. Another guy, Glenn Jacobs, great person.
Oh,
Under the ring.
Another
made-
$5 from Albert.
Oh.
Booker T deserves an A just for that sunset flip out of the corner he used to do in his WCW days.
well, someone disagrees with us, Johnny. They
That's
think
good.
Booker T had an A career.
That's fine. You know what? We all have our opinions. We can agree to disagree and still remain friends.
Well, that's one thing about pro wrestling you can say is a lot of it is opinion based,
That's exactly
outside of facts and figures.
That's right.
You really
I-
can't debate that.
Nope, I agree with you 100%.
As far as the content goes, I'll tell you this. Booker has a very, very strong fan base. The fans that love Booker, they love Booker T. I think the fact that he's in the Hall of Fame twice is an insult, but that's just my opinion.
I think it's the men's Royal Rumble coming up.
And was it you that I had this conversation with, Johnny? I don't know what it was, but Daniel Bryan, for the past few months, seemed so irrelevant to me. And then he got that haircut, and it was like, okay, now he looks kind of like a star again. It was like he was like the little Dutch boy from Holland.
I think the situation with Brian is they don't know how to use him. They don't know where to put him. He's had a lot of lackluster stuff happening.
Oh, this one.
No, well, there's another situation we can talk about. I'm not too sure about that one, to tell you the truth. There she is. There he is.
You know what's interesting, Johnny? I don't know if you even know this because it's kind of a new setup now that they use the baseball stadiums. But when someone, obviously not this year, but when someone is eliminated from the Rumble, they actually have to walk through the crowd to go to center field where they have a golf cart pick them up and drive them to the back. It's kind of a situation where if it was a different era and the fans were, in some cities, some of the fans could be violent.
I
That would
agree.
be
I agree. That's dangerous.
like last year. Lesnar literally had to walk through a section of the crowd to get to center field to have the golf cart pick him up.
Well,
I
I'm on a whole
imagine-
different level, but I can tell you from an indie standpoint, some of the shows that we do, you have to walk through the crowds, and sometimes you don't feel too safe. I remember Rick Fuller and I were doing a show in Lynn. Somebody actually spit on him, ripped my tie off, ripped my jacket. It's really not a good situation
The
at all.
city where you debuted with us, Lynn,
That's exactly
Massachusetts,
right. I
November the
remember
5th,
that. Yep, that was the briefcase.
2005.
Yep.
Oh, thank God.
June McGowan. Hey, handsome Dan.
June, you and I have to meet, my friend. I don't know what Linda would think, but
Who's that?
June, I believe is her
June?
last name McGowan.
McGowan. Yeah.
She pays me many compliments on the chats on YouTube. I don't get it very often, June, so I thank you in more ways than one. I thank you. I thank you for the compliment kindly,
where's the
June.
PG era? Where is it?
Oh, well, Jackie, look at that.
Here we
He
go. Push
came up
it
with the
again.
system.
Oh
The
my
joke man's
God!
not
What's
laughing.
wrong with this studio?
A lot of
How many
things.
hours do you got?
Got
We got a
another $5
treadmill.
From Albert. I
How
think
much
you'd be
longer?
a good
Oh,
heel
we're
manager.
almost
Find it
finished.
easy to get hated. But
Wait, hold on
nobody-
one sec. What did we miss, Jackie?
Another $5 from Albert. He says, "I think I'd be a good heel manager. I find it easy to get hated, but nobody ever got more heat than Trisha's status husband at her HOF induction."
Well, he's very right about that.
Yeah,
Albert
she
thinks that he could be a good manager.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this, Johnny. I think it is easier to be the villain than the hero. It's easier to stroke the emotions of the fans to get hatred in creative ways than it is to get love.
I'll tell you, being both a face and a heel,
You've done
it's
both.
much easier being a face than it is to be a heel. I'll tell you.
Really?
Yep.
I'm very surprised by
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because people try to get cheap heat in different ways.
Yeah.
If you do it the right way, it's easy. If you do it the wrong way, it's hard. And I might agree with you at some point. Being a face is pretty easy. Go out there, smile, hello, how are you? Shake a few hands, kiss a few babies. I don't know.
But to me, especially in the era we live in nowadays, just to be able to go out there, demean people in any way you want to try and get the reaction you want, I would think that would be easier to me to be that villainous persona, no?
See, to go out there and demean people, that's not a villain. That's just,
It's the
that's
job of
cheap
the,
but
that's
it's
the
cheap
role.
heat. You
Oh, it
gotta
depends
think
on
about
how
it.
you do it.
Well, I agree. And is it easier being a heel than a face? I guess if you put it that way, it's probably easier being a heel.
Albert thinks he'd be good at it, though.
Why not? Feel the glow. Bailey, I'm stuck on her, boy.
Now, I bet you didn't know this, Johnny, but back on her independent days, I taught her how to do the slide she's going to do coming up.
Who, this lady right here?
Naomi. Watch the slide she does. Before I had the cane baby, when I could move.
I never saw you move.
Well, you didn't know me before I was handicapped.
Is that the slide?
Right, I showed her how to do
You
that.
did that?
Yes.
Yeah, well, there was something wrong. Yeah, I don't believe that for 1 minute.
I had a few screwdrivers.
Look at this young lady. She's got it. There's perfect heel persona. I love this young lady.
Which one?
Bailey.
Really? Anything?
She's got it, man. I tell you.
Anything in the PayPal, joking? Jackie.
Somebody asked, DP asks, did John Cena ever work heel?
Oh, yeah. Not in WWE, but they asked if you ever worked heel.
Me?
Yeah.
Or my son?
He doesn't specify. Probably.
I think they mean Johnny.
Me?
You have. You've done a lot of
I've
unscrupulous
Been
things
a real
over the
heel.
years. You
Yeah,
sure have.
I still do heel.
You sure have.
I do face and heel.
I'll say this about Naomi. I don't know if you followed the.
She's good.
Well, she ran into some internet issues. Oh,
No, that was bad. I'll give it to you. All right, I'll give it to you.
feel the glow.
Oh,
baby.
Bailey, come on.
Well, I'll say this. What an athlete.
Bailey is?
No, I'm talking about Naomi.
Oh, yeah, she
Is
is.
she a hell of an athlete or what?
I don't like Bailey's gear, but
There was over the summer when we had some of the issues going on in the country, I believe there was a Give Naomi a Chance movement. And Booker T actually came out and buried her a little bit, saying that it wasn't at that level at this point. I think that she's got so much charisma, and she's a great athlete. I think she was a cheerleader maybe for the Orlando Magic or something like. Or I know it was a major league sports franchise. Orlando Magic popped into my head first. I love her color. I don't mean it like that. I mean
No.
oh,
I hear what you're saying. No. Please.
her outfits.
Yes.
I mean,
no.
her shoes
Yeah,
glow and
Yep.
her shades when
Yep.
she comes out.
Yep.
$25 from
Holy
Christ
moly!
Savior.
Who is
What?
it?
Christ Savior.
Joey.
What
I'm going to
are
call you
Cena's-
Joey instead of Christ tonight, my friend.
What
That's
are
his
Cena's
username
thoughts
is
on
Christ.
Rumble so far?
What is my thought on what?
What are Cena's thoughts on Rumble so far?
Tonight's?
Yeah, I believe so.
What are your thoughts so far on tonight's show?
I just said it earlier. I'm sorry to say it. There's been nothing that's really supercharged me at this point. Hopefully, we'll get something that's going to make me go, wow.
WWE.
But right now, I'll tell you right now, and this is not to offend anybody, but it's on the level of a super studded Raw or SmackDown.
She almost looks like she's got a Superman type outfit on.
Well, yeah, who, Bailey or this chick?
No,
Oh, yeah.
Bianca
You know what I
Belair.
like? I like that Q. I'm surprised she doesn't use that as a weapon.
That what?
The weapon, the Q. See the hair, the braid?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
She does use it as a weapon.
That's when she
I had
should.
no idea that was.
As a
It's
whip.
called a
That's
Q.
great. Yeah, that's
As in the letter Q, or is it Q?
well, the Chinese Q. That's how the Chinese people braid their hair in the back, that long.
How's it spelled?
QUE, Q.
$10 from Albert.
Albert, brother, you're on fire. What do we got, baby?
I remember when Trish took a choke slam from Kane on Raw, and they put her on the stretcher, and I'm certain some punk reached over and groped her. He's lucky I was on the opposite side of the aisle.
Well,
Oh, come on. This is.
I wouldn't
don't
be
waste time
surprised
with
if
this.
that was true. Trish Stratus was around in an era when the men certainly would get violent with the women.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's why I have a lot of respect for Trish. She was around in a different day. I mean, for her to be in there with the man 7 feet tall, 325 pounds,
Yes.
and thrown around like a rag doll,
Yep, I agree.
that's why I agree with Undertaker's comment saying about how soft of a product it is now. I agree with him.
$5 from Julian. Does Johnny use Just for Men on his hairpiece? Also bring back Sucker.
What is that? What?
He said, do you use Just for Men on your hairpiece?
I don't know what he's talking about. I'll be really honest with you.
Also bring back Socko. Check. You
Bring
said
back
that.
who?
Socko.
Socko, Johnny, I got to tell you this one. This one, I'm very annoyed about this. I don't know if you've met Matt Degnan, who's been in studio many times, but he felt that these programs were a little too much for him. When you want to try and enter the world of professional wrestling and think you're going to go work for Vince, you got to start from the ground up. You know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah.
When you're in a position to work in and you know what? We make a lot of jokes about this studio, but this is a fine institution. We're
I
very
agree. I
lucky to
agree.
have this studio, much like the $3,000 heater that Monique has right now. Is she still chattering with her teeth because she's so cold?
I'm surprised she's not on her phone.
But to be able to interact with the legends, pick their brain, talk to them, and then say it's a little too much. Granted, Connecticut's Connecticut. It's not next door. But when you're a young 20-something-year-old and you want this business, your ass should be at everything.
I agree.
So I don't know what's happening with Socko. I asked Socko if he was going to be joining us this Friday night live with Mr. USA Tony Atlas. He said probably not. I asked him about TakeOver and Elimination Chamber watch-alongs this month. Probably not. Marty Jannetty later this month. Probably not. I don't know. Oh, Billy Kay may be my least favorite of everyone
This
in
young lady?
WWE. Yeah.
Mm.
Now, this one I can see when they call her up to the main brand.
Shots Blackheart?
I think she'll be over. She'll be like Otis for a very short period of time. The fans are going to love her. Then they're going to shove her down everybody's throats, and she'll die like Otis and Eugene and Zach Gowen and the rest they've done that with. I think she'll be a very short-term phenomenon. But I think for a while,
Jerry for a picture. Watch this.
we're not going to do it to that one.
I would.
Fans from around the world purchased those at WrestleCon.
Oh,
Which ones did we go to, Johnny? Did we?
I'm very
We went to
fortunate
Orlando.
have, the other side signed.
Yeah, the cowboy hooked you up.
Yep.
Your old
Randy Orton,
nemesis.
I tell you. I want to tell you one thing about my He's a great guy. Great guy.
He'd like to come back and
I'd
see
love
us.
to have him back. I think he's a tremendous asset to the business. Oh, look at that. There are some decent moves here. I've seen something here that kind of motivates you a little bit, but the old gimmick of sitting on the side, waiting to get in the Rumble, just doesn't sit well. Yeah, it just doesn't sit well with me.
And I hate to say, because I don't know the lady, Billie Kay.
Yeah.
But I just think since she's debuted, she's added nothing positive to the product.
I see nothing here that wants to make me go watch her in a match.
No.
I'll be right up front with you. Other than the fact she's overmade up and looks like an old Italian grandmother.
She spent time in the makeup chair today.
I guess so.
Safe to say. Yep.
Here we go. Wow. Okay.
So there were a few people online, Johnny. They said she resembles Herman Munster. Can you believe that? Yeah. That's a little stiff.
I got to tell you something. Wow. You know what doesn't help with the black
Lipstick,
eyes,
yeah.
the black lips.
I never saw Herman Munster get that aggressive, though.
No. I mean, there's been a lot of ladies in this ring for a long time. I've seen not one elimination yet.
I was just going to say that. Has anyone been eliminated from this?
No. And Bailey's lasted the longest, and she was the first one in the ring.
Well, 1 and 2 technically started at the same time. Everyone always says 1 is such an unlucky number. If you get 2, you start at the same time. Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
You know, another one, Johnny, I'll throw out there, and I don't know what you think of it. You know my thoughts on having a female referee in a male match. I think it takes away. I think it takes away the element of violence.
Nah.
But one of the pranksters on the chats was saying that the one that's at ringside now resembled the late John Candy of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles fame.
The referee that's there now.
The one outside the ring.
I see her. First of all, size-wise, no.
Definitely not size-wise. I think
facially, Tony Storm. Potential right there.
A lot of potential.
I see potential right there.
I really like her.
Yep, I see potential all over her. This is getting a little bit out of hand.
This gimmick is getting old.
You know what?
Really quick.
Yeah, I'd get rid of that pretty fast.
Al Hernandez says, hello, Dana John.
Al, wherever you are, brother, I hope you're doing great. You're a friend if you're with us tonight. And if you are friends of ours, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up. It lets YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. And share the link, whether you're watching live on Facebook, live on YouTube. If we get more fans watching these shows, in essence, it brings more viewers to the plate through YouTube suggestions, and it allows us to help keep more wrestling legends working. And I know we have fun with what we're watching right now, but at the end of the day, and Johnny and I have discussed this at great length, I have a great passion for what the wrestling legends go through. WWE contracts anymore, and especially in a time in 2021 where it's been about 10 months since there's been regular live wrestling events, regular live autograph signings, regular.
There it is. There's the first one.
Shot my girl, Shotzi, and she's got candy.
First one.
Well, stick a fork in Shotzi. At least she's got the tank, though. It'll be a quick trip back to the locker room.
Very different look in that young lady.
That's
Very
one way to describe it.
It almost looks like one of those horror movies.
Chili. Oh, this was the one. The boogeyman ate her face. Oh, and I wasn't a big fan.
Oh, excuse me. No,
she was.
I'm
She
sorry.
was also John Layfield's
Girl.
executive assistant for a little while.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. What's she doing back in?
They don't have 30 women to fill the slots. That's why I don't understand why they even do it.
She's going to cheer this up. You know what? Quick. End this crap right now. Over. Somebody knock that lady out. Let's move on. Let's do it. Let's have some fun.
Brian Long calls her
Taking
the
her
creature from the
extensions
Black
off.
Lagoon.
What was that again?
Brian Long calls her the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Who is the creature from the Black Lagoon?
I think the
Shayna Baszler?
Yeah, I think the lady.
Herman
came
Munster
in.
one
Yeah,
we
yeah,
described?
yeah. I might. Yeah, very strange.
Have you ever seen the video of Jillian Hall walking?
It's a very strange night tonight.
What, but Johnny said we've known each other now almost 16 years. What nights haven't been odd in some way, shape, or form?
I agree.
We have had some unique experiences,
I
good,
agree.
bad, and somewhere in between.
Hey, John, is John Jr. going to be in tonight's Rumble?
What was that?
Is John Jr. going to be in tonight's Rumble?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Brian Long said Shotzi is a mark from Creature from Black Lagoon.
Oh, Shotzi is the creature from the Black
no, I think
Lagoon.
he's got it
My
all
bad,
wrong.
Brian.
Ruby Riott.
How many can you have with green hair in one match?
See,
you know what I mean?
This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Be who you are.
Now this one, and it seems like, again, if I was going to sit down with Ruby Riott, I'd say, you know what, Ruby? Watch old Nasty Boy matches. If you're going
Well,
to
that's
be,
what she's
if you're
trying to
going to
be.
be a riot, if you're going to, if you're going to be this wild character, act like it. Don't just have it as a name.
Well, you know
Be
what?
it.
I'll tell you what I don't like.
Her offense that doesn't look like it would
I
crack
don't
an
like
egg.
all the body
No.
art. I mean, I like body art. Don't get me wrong, but to have it overdone, it's overdone. I'm sorry.
Big fan of body.
Well, I'm sorry. It's overdone, and
Do
you know,
you have any tattoos?
I
Sean?
have not.
None.
never have, never will. I've been tattooed in the ring, but I'm sure you know. Oh, by the way, you asked me a question about Fallow Pop.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping March.
Slick Rick, if you're watching up in Maine, brother, you're going to be weathering the storm like us over the next few days in March. Every flavor or just certain ones?
The most popular flavors I have. Those will be.
What are the most?
The root beer, cream soda, orange.
I asked for what were the most popular.
Right here. Root beer.
Well, I think we figured out why
And that says
Monique's
cream
wound up
soda.
with you. She wants that soda, the Fabo. Oh,
Whoa,
Johnny,
yes!
you're going to tell the
Lisa Marie!
You've got to tell the story.
Oh, wow!
You've got to tell the story,
have no
Johnny.
story.
Oh, yes, you do.
No, no. Lisa Marie. All right. Now, there is a woman. I got to tell you something. I didn't think they'd ever let her back there. Ever.
Well,
Now you got a wrestler.
She's got
Now you watch how it's done in the
Spider-Man
ring.
looking out.
She's a
there,
little
huh?
heavy right now, but look at this.
Little-
Look at how she's doing it. Look at this. Look at that. Take a look at it.
Shades of Road Warrior Hawk right there.
Not even Road Warrior Hawk. The widow is back. Look at this. Look at this. If any, oh, that was bad, Vic. That was
No,
bad. If any of these kids had to do it, it's her.
Lisa Marie, my. She still got that knee brace on, the poor thing.
Yeah, she's doing well now. Thank God.
Johnny,
She's
you
doing okay.
got to tell the story.
I have no story.
Please, I love it. It's one of my
I don't know
favorites.
what story it is.
You the phone call.
No, no, thank you. No, we're not going there. Oh, come on, Lisa. I mean, Victoria.
Dan,
Oh.
have you watched the new Yokozuna
Oh, she
Icons
came in and she's
documentary
out.
yet?
She's out.
I didn't know that the Yokozuna video had premiered yet. I thought it was after the Royal Rumble tonight. I had met Yoko a few times over the years, and a gentleman. He was part of the BSK group that Paul Bearer, a buddy, Undertaker, and such were part of. So I really do want to see it. I'll share my thoughts on it once I do.
How did she get back in the ring? Victoria was eliminated. Or maybe she didn't go out over the top
He
rope.
couldn't fit through the ropes. Maybe.
Oh, you're getting bad now. I have nothing but good words for her.
You just said she looked a little heavy.
She
but
did. She's put on the weight. Who's this? Peyton Royce.
She has taken Sasha's old hair color.
Yep. I got to ask you a question. You know I'm a fan of women's wrestling. I always have been and always will. But is anybody original? She looks like a Sasha Banks wannabe. I hate to say it, my
An
friend.
indie Sasha Banks.
Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
This could be it for Ruby. No. A Ruby with green hair.
Well, Victoria's done. Watch this.
Monique's
She's
got
done.
it. Oh, Johnny.
Vince, you know what? I think they put her in there just to have her get beat up. What is this? Like Ken and Barbie shit? Come on. Let's get this. Let's see some wrestling.
Let me ask you this,
Let's
Johnny.
see some eliminations.
Oh, they're taking Victoria's old finisher, wasn't that
Yep,
her?
that's the Black Widow.
Oh, wait, oh, she's not going to be happy about that.
Oh, that was a screw up. She's out of breath.
Oh, and then some. Who is this one?
Santana. This girl is from Florida.
Oh, I know who she is. She
I-
used to go to the Cauliflower Alley Club.
I worked with her
Oh, did you?
in Florida. She
I
started in
think
Florida.
her father promoted indie shows for
Yeah,
a while, if
yeah,
I remember
yeah.
right. Was
Yeah.
it her father's show or someone else?
No, it was Chris. I can't think of his last. Carlson. I think that's his name. But I did a couple of shows in Florida, and she was Santana was there.
Great athlete.
No question about. Listen, there's a lot of athleticism here, but there's no storytelling. There's no believability. Look at how many people in that ring.
That's just nonsense.
It's making no sense at all. It really is taking away the credibility of these women. I'll just hate to say it, but that's exactly what's happening. Well, let's see. I mean, I thought Victoria would come out there like a house of fire and show them what it's all about.
I think she tried to, but then maybe she inhaled too much smoke on the way out. The chimney was full.
Now, what is this? Jillian is.
She wants to sing. Oh, wait.
What,
Percy sending us a signal.
Yeah.
Take it home.
Yeah, thank you.
But I wonder if her outfit, Bianca Belair, is supposed to be Superman themed. I think that's
I mean,
what it
look at
looks like.
Jillian Hall. There's another example of, wow, hold on.
They should have called her a couple of months in advance to try and.
Yeah, they should have got her out, get her out of the ring now.
The other member of the Riot Squad.
Oh, please. What is this? Oh, my Lord, help me.
Now, let me ask you a serious question, Johnny. Once life comes back a little bit back to normal here, and we are able to have live events with fans and at venues, and we attempt this fabulous women's wrestling venture, what kind of women's wrestling would you like to attempt to present to the fans?
I don't think we should attempt a fabulous world of women's wrestling. I think that we should intermingle it with what you have planned.
Well,
Maybe we'll open the show. Maybe we'll
oh, hey,
close
Jackie,
the show.
we need you, brother. We need you, brother. You're going to earn that Jung Pao Jiao, whatever it was you got.
Jim Gow's chicken.
You know,
Moniz had the
I need it.
the wontons
I
and
still
the
haven't
soup.
had my dinner yet.
That's your chicken. Eat it. What's Jillian? All smiles. What is this? You know what?
Has anyone been eliminated yet?
Only one.
Oh, yeah, Shotzi.
That's it.
They'll probably have Nia
Gonna have
Jax
two
come
now.
out.
What?
Nia will come out and eliminate
Limit everybody.
20
Yeah.
of them.
There we go. There's number 2. Jillian's gone. What is this? Somebody shut her mouth. Knock her over, please. There you go. That's it. Get her out. See you later. Bye. What is this supposed to be? Laugh,
Dan,
laugh,
I am
laugh. You see
watching
that? Did you see that? Did you catch that? What is that all about? That was just wrong. Wrong.
Dan, I am watching this with you guys because none of my friends like wrestling anymore. This match is why.
Who was that?
SHW Freak.
Repeat.
SHW Freak. That's a problem. When I was a little kid during the 80s boom, me and my friends used to have pay-per-view parties all the time.
You have friends?
During the Attitude Era when I was in high school, all my friends wanted to come over for the pay-per-views. When's the last time you had a big group that wanted to get together and have fun? Kind of like what we're doing here in the studio, only with the group of your peers, I guess. My friend that I watched wrestling with when I was a kid in high school wouldn't piss on this right now. To be honest,
you're awful hard on this situation. I
I'm
think
not trying.
there we go. Now we're eliminating people.
All right.
There we go. There we go.
This one, Rhea Ripley is very good. I'll give
Yeah,
her
we
that.
got some. Yeah, so is Bailey. I think her and Bailey could face off.
I'm not a Bailey fan.
Well, I think she's a great heel. I'm not a fan of her new outfit.
Look at
That Lisa Marie.
there.
Goodbye.
You think Margot could be one of the entrants tonight?
Monique Sloth might be one.
Well, she'd have to get down to Tampa pretty quick.
So we can get her down there. Take the private
We know
jet.
the helicopter's coming.
Oh
but
my God! Look at this. Well, are you kidding me? Oh,
stick a
hold
fork
on.
in Lisa Marie.
Goodbye.
Hopefully Tony's Pizza will be waiting for her. Was that the name of her place?
No, it was
Didn't she own a
Squared
pizza?
Circle. I think it was Squared Circle, whatever it was. But bingo, here we
That
go.
was
That's,
telegraphed just a tad.
yeah, you could see that coming.
Another $10 from Christ Savior.
Joey!
A gymnastics meet inside a wrestling ring. That's all modern day wrestling amounts to. Goes for both men and women's.
Do you hear what he said?
What did he say?
He said it's like a gymnastics meet inside a wrestling ring, both the men and the women.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to disagree with that comment. I got that feeling right now. Oh, here we go.
Woo!
Yeah. Well, after her, it's got to be Ronda Rousey.
You think she's going to be working with the lady? Now, I'll tell you this, and you know I'm tough on the women's wrestling, but as far as working the gimmick, I don't think they work their gimmick better in WWE better than the lady. I think she's kind of awkward in her wrestling. If it's because she's taller.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about her? I think she's fantastic with the gimmick.
Yep.
The matches, but the gimmick is just
the gimmick is good.
top notch.
The gimmick is top notch.
And to pair her with Ric Flair was just whoever came
That
up
was
with
a
that
smart move.
idea.
I think that was smart.
Vince should give them a raise. That was great.
That ain't happening.
Well, you never know. My stock isn't going up though, even with that news about the Peacock.
Oh, come on. You know what? See, really, you
Do
can
you have any
telegraph. You can
favorites right
telegraph
now?
this. Bailey's gonna. There you go. Bang, one. She can get back in the ring because she wasn't. She went under the
Yep.
bottom rope. There you go.
Remember, folks, over the top rope for eliminations. Now, why wouldn't someone hit or kick Peyton Royce off?
I would have thought that's what I would have done.
That would have been my first.
Yeah. But you see what I keep saying? Why wait? Why do this? I guess you got to mark time is what they call it. Another waste.
Did you hear the comments that Jim Cornette made about her over the summer?
No.
And I think Jim Cornette's hilarious. I think the world of Jim Cornette for him coming in to do Tony Rumble live events when he worked in creative for WWF. But even by my standards, his comments about poor Dana Brooke were just too much. And then to try and respond, Dana went on Twitter and called Jim a mark, which
Are we all marks? I thought we're all marks in this business. That's terrible. That is terrible.
Johnny,
No, I'm telling you, that's terrible. That made absolutely no sense at all.
they just stand there and wait to fall like bowling pins.
Yeah, but you know what? They telegraph the next move. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with this.
Oh.
Even Bailey.
Let me ask you, Johnny, what do you think of Bianca Belair? WWE really seems to want to push her. A lovely lady with a Q that I learned now. Instead of saying her ponytail, I can call it by its proper term. What do you think of her potential, short and long term?
If they use her right, I think she could be a force to be reckoned with. She's got the persona. She's got the character. I think it could work. I like what I see. There you go. That was a quick elimination.
I don't even know who that was. But
She did the kick for Bailey.
who was it? Liv Morgan?
Yeah, right.
I would have loved to have seen this match take place in New York or Philadelphia.
They booed right out of the
That's what I mean.
Yeah, they'd be booed out.
Oh, you talk about lovely. We're not even going to
Tori
start.
Wilson.
If I had to be quiet about Annie, you can't bring up Terry.
All right.
But I tell you this, this is someone that's even lovelier in person than on television, I think. I don't know what you think. That's just my opinion. She's a lovely woman.
I've never had the honor of meeting the young lady, so
Really?
I can't. No, I've never met her, so I can't tell you.
Well, you know what? Yeah, she was probably, well, I'm trying to think of when she left WWE.
She's certainly showing people what wrestling's all about. Now, see, that's the kind of stuff you want to see. That's the kind of stuff you want to see. You don't want to see this, get ready, let me show you the next move. We're going to choreograph what we're doing.
But she was around. You know, the funny thing is she comes in now like the female Goldberg, but she was around in the day, when they would do the bra and panties matches
I remember
and the
those.
pillow
Yep,
fights and things like that. she really wasn't much of a quote unquote worker.
No.
She was more of a Jackie. Please, sir, please. It's a
Wow.
good thing we got the joke man with us tonight. The TV doesn't even want us to
It's a
see
joke. That's why he's here.
It looks like we're 58 seconds behind, Johnny, the live feed. We might have to adjust that after the over.
$7
This is
from
it.
Christ
This is
Savior.
it.
I'm loving my introduction to Cena Senior, Dan.
This is it. Here it goes.
Joey, you've never seen an episode with John Cena Sr. before, huh?
Wow.
Johnny is a hell of a guy. He's got unique opinions. He's not afraid to share them. We don't always agree, and then sometimes we almost give each other medical conditions because we do agree.
Look
Who
at
do we
this.
get
What?
text
What?
from?
Please. Do you see what's going on in that ring right now?
A lot of what? The lady.
Wonder how she feels about this. Charlotte and Daddy.
Oh, I bet she loves it. It gives her a good storyline.
Yeah.
Look at Slick Rick.
Look at Rick.
I tell you, boy, Rick, he keeps on kicking. He's starting to look like the guy in Poltergeist 2 that showed up at the...
He certainly is, yeah.
I think Jackie got that one. I don't even know if he knows who Ric Flair is.
You know what? I think he's lost a little bit of it. I have to say it. Doesn't there reach a point at some time when...
And look at this. Every woman in the ring all of a sudden just dies.
Why?
Because she's walking out.
Why? The only person that should be reacting to this is Charlotte Flair.
The whole side of the ring,
Yeah,
there's
the
nothing
only
on it.
person that should be
That's
reacting
the
to this
stuff
is right
that drives
there.
me nuts.
Charlotte Flair. And she's laughing.
Because I'm not, I don't know how this can't come across as not being an insult, but professionals should know how to work. You know what I mean?
I would agree.
That's why when they said choreographed gymnastics inside a wrestling ring, not necessarily wrong.
Does she have a nose ring?
I can't tell. But I think they could have some great catfights out of this feud.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
I only wish they had the patience, again, and the patience
There she is.
to
This is
stretch
good.
it to WrestleMania.
Wow. Well, I tell you, it's a good storyline. And that's how a worker works. The both of them. See how nice that is? That's class.
Class, look at the feathers, John.
Yeah, there you go. You're happy about that, are you? Bring back memories, does it, Dan?
Memories of what?
Tells me one thing. There's air conditioning in there anyway.
Yeah, the air is circulating. In the
Yeah,
Thunderdome.
sure is. Oh,
Look
here
at
we
all
go.
the purple,
She's
though.
gone.
Charlotte's purple.
See you
Peyton's
later.
purple.
Goodbye.
What?
She's gone. That was a bad out, by the
The
way.
lady's purple.
See her foot get caught on
Yep.
that? That was a bad out. Tori's doing good. She's doing her. Oh. The goal is to eliminate. That's exactly right.
Good friend of yours.
Gone. Tori Wilson. Nah, middle rope. Bailey eliminated. Whoa.
And I think
Yeah, she's gone.
another one of your
Mickey
old friends,
James.
John.
Yeah. What a fantastic person.
Quite the singer. I don't know what
She's very well.
she's trying to work the crowd right there. I don't know
Great
what crowd.
yeah,
there
there's no
was
crowd to
for
work. Great professional young lady. Understands the business.
$2 from Julian. See
I
this?
think there's your winner of the Royal Rumble right
I
there.
don't know what their fixation is on Mr. Cena's hair, but
What did he say again?
he brought up the hair again.
What did he say about it?
He said Cena's a founding member of Hair Club.
They said you're
I don't know what these guys
you're
are
a
smoking.
founding member of
I don't
Hair
know.
Club.
I wish I were. I wish I were. I'd make a little bit of money.
How
on it.
well do you know Cy Sperling?
I don't. I wish I did.
Johnny, they're talking about the moss. I don't know if they were joking
You know
when
what?
they
Let him talk. I
What-
just jealousy all over
do you
the
think
place.
they were joking or serious about the compliment that I got?
I don't know.
You think it was a rib, bro?
I'd shave my head first.
Go the Steve Austin route.
That's right. That's what I would do. Mickey isn't going to last in there.
Dan, is Dino Bravo weightlifting a better Rumble moment than this match?
Yes. And that wasn't much of a moment.
Oh,
which if you watched it and you're commenting on it, I'm going to guess you watched it too.
Here we go.
Oh, no, that was the middle rope, Johnny.
I know. I see that.
Is Jerry Lawler on commentary?
I think it's Michael Cole and somebody else.
I know Corey Graves is there, but it sounds
Yeah.
like Lawler's voice. During
Well,
our,
it would be.
our comedy routine, we may have missed the king.
Tell Jackie that
Oh,
Howard
come
Stern's show has
on.
suffered badly without him. I've suffered
Oh.
without Howard. You should be down him.
I tell you this. Who was it? Who said that again?
Brian Long? Yeah.
I agree. Are you a Howard Stern show fan?
I've never really watched it.
Bad,
My
bad,
parents have
bad.
shown it to me sometimes.
The quality of that show did go down when they lost Jackie the Joke Man.
Which
He's
show was that?
hilarious. Did you ever watch Howard or listen to Howard Stern?
No.
He had a comedian that was one of his daily co-hosts named Jackie the Joke Man, and he was hysterical. I tried to get Linda to go with me to some shows of his around here, but she wouldn't. But typical Linda. But he was a great asset to the show, and when he left to me, my interest in that show went way down.
What is this?
$5 from
this?
Christ Savior. Next Monday
Joey!
night, Cena Sr. revives the mullet
Cena Senior revives the mullet
for next Monday.
for next Monday. You better grow it out pretty quick, Johnny.
Wow.
Have you
okay.
ever had a mullet? Maybe
Never,
in your younger
never,
years.
Ever, ever.
I'm trying to picture you with what you'd look like with
Why
the
don't we
mullet.
just do some photoshopping? Here we go. It's already started. It's not even over yet.
Lazy Bum asks, "What's up, Dan and John?"
Lazy bum, we're enjoying the 30-woman over-the-top rope
Oh,
Royal
come
Rumble.
on. You know what? It's getting a little bit. It's starting to wear a little thin.
John Cena Sr. is disgusted. Oh, this one.
I'm not disgusted.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's wearing a little thin.
You know what? I'm going to zip my lip right now.
You should.
I'm going to zip my lip right now.
Mhm.
And you know why.
Mhm.
And you know why. And you're probably thinking the same thing.
Mhm.
Please.
Mhm.
What?
Here he comes.
Oh, what are they going to have? A woman win the 24/7 championship belt?
Why not?
How low can you go? Oh,
They're all after the 20. What is this crap?
You're taking great offense to this, John.
I am taking offense
Oh,
to this.
you know, and then they try and get her to do a spot, and she can't even do that.
You know what? Why didn't you let the women have their hour? Come on.
Oh,
And I'm a fan of R-Truth. I'll tell you right
oh, Johnny, please.
now. This is just uncalled for. Uncalled for.
Who is this?
Looks like you. Oh, no. Who is it? Mandy Rose.
Oh, Mandy Rose, the lovely Mandy Rose.
So now she'll take the belt from her.
Another one wearing. Oh, Jackie, please.
Jackie, please. You getting paid for this, Jack?
No.
And then I tell him to
You
go
got
to
the
hell.
Chinese food
Chinese. Yeah.
Oh.
So it all works.
from the world famous Kowloon Entertainment Dining Complex, Route
Can't-
1
I'm
North,
telling you.
Saugus, Massachusetts. Andy Wong, we wish you were here, brother.
Oh. What?
Oh, this is just,
It's.
you know,
Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. Somebody had to put this together. Somebody had to write it. I think the worst thing they did was have the men interfere in this match. That's the 24/7 title, no place, nowhere, no time.
especially on the person they let have it.
That's exactly right.
It doesn't deserve.
Now he gets the
Oh,
title
look at
back.
this nonsense. Poor Moniz.
Lazy
He said-
Bum. John Cena Sr. is absolutely right. Let the women have their time.
Thank you.
They agree with you, Johnny.
It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong.
More of it, more nonsense.
Look at this. This is insane. Chasing a 24/7. Come on, gentlemen. It doesn't even mean anything.
A belt, exactly. A belt that
Doesn't
means
mean
nothing.
anything. And you put emphasis on it. You take away from this. Come on. Now I am getting upset.
The USA Network is to blame for that garbage. They thought trying to reinvent the hardcore title would help the ratings, which, as you can see, it certainly has not.
You know what? The young ladies have potential. They should have their time to show what they can do. I tell you, and I said it before, it's not my cup of tea right now. It's not there. Dakota Kai.
Don't call me Lalani Kai.
Let me tell you something.
You have a hell of an interview with Lalani Kai in the archives
She's
of our
great.
video section.
Great, another great human being.
Someone that should be in the WWE Hall of Fame.
I don't know. There's a lot of people that belong there.
Her spot at the first WrestleMania involved with Cyndi Lauper and Wendy Richter.
This young lady's definitely a lightweight,
to say the least.
See, why you telegraph that you're waiting for the next I get so frustrated at this shit.
This will not be what the fabulous women of wrestling looks like.
You know what? If that ever comes to fruition, or even if we just did a couple of matches, I would want to see wrestling. I would want to see these women showcase their ability, showcase what they do and how they do it. These women are being undersold. They're underrated. That again, I'm gonna do it. They never should have had that 24/7 thing happen. Awful, terrible, mockery. How many got in the ring? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 almost.
They're just waiting for Nia.
There's your winner. There's your winner. Right
They're
there.
waiting for Nia to come out and do the Kevin Nash routine. And
Yeah, I'm
eliminate
sure.
Kevin.
I'm sure. Walks down the aisle. Along with Charmaine and Tina. Going to be quite a match. Here we go. Who's this one? Oh, God. Again. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
The original.
You know, this comedic stuff, to me, just ruins the whole thing.
For Dakota to head up the Kowloon.
I would think so. Oh, they're not even close. Why? I don't understand why. She took a hard bump going out.
What?
Another bump going out.
See this?
Got to be good.
It's really not.
I really don't
Can you
care.
ask Cena Senior if he prefers Lactate or Gorilla Glue?
If he
Or Gorilla Glue?
Do you prefer Loctite or Gorilla
Wow,
Glue?
this is gonna
I
be
have
good.
no idea what he's talking about. I don't know who this guy is, but you know what? Get out of your mother's basement and live a life, guy. You must have a real issue.
I'm not sure what it is.
It's a lot.
They're glues. I have no idea what he's talking about. These guys are he's crazy. All I know is if that's all I have time for, great. You laughing at that, Danny boy?
Because I don't even understand.
Me neither. I'm just sitting here going, all right, here we go.
It's a lot of people in the chat saying that or asking.
Connor Smith, I don't know what
Here it comes.
he wants to see it. Oh, is that? Oh, I guess it's a tooth show. It must be glue for the peas. Now, do you use what was it? Lock light?
Neither. I don't even use it. See this? Why? Again, why?
There's been as many men involved in this match as there have been women.
You know what? If you really want to ruin it, you just did. You just did.
Thank you for that, Connor. I needed the assist.
Needed clarification.
Well, is Tamina could she be one of the favorites tonight, John?
No.
No. I don't think so.
Well, she's in and she's out.
I think she's on the thank
She's
you for everything you've done for us, Jimmy Snooker contract.
That's all she is. That's
Oh.
Miss Tuffy.
Slugfest.
Well, that's what it's supposed to be, but it certainly isn't coming off that way.
It's a melee. Well, Naomi. Now, I believe she was number 2, was she not?
Yeah, she was.
And Bianca was 3. And after that, I forget.
Nah, she's still not out.
Love those shoes, though. Sometimes it's the attention to detail in the small things.
Oh. Oh.
Is that it? No, the feet
No.
didn't touch the floor, Johnny. She's still in it.
This we got to see. Oh, here we go. Here we
She's
go.
going to use the cue.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here
And
we
we're
go.
not-
Here we go. She's going to get up using that.
And we're not talking about.
I don't believe this. You know what? I've seen a lot of stuff happen in professional wrestling, but this is without a doubt a stretch.
When we say cue, we're not talking about your good, long-time, close personal
I tell you,
friend,
that's a lot of hair.
Quincy Rastani.
Ah, boy. What is this? What is this?
He might make this match better.
I'm not impressed by that. Not impressed by that either. That wasn't even a kick.
Oh. Now this one, you talk about offense that is lacking and unrealistic. The personification. But at least she's not with Bobby Lashley anymore to be an anchor around his ankle. Remember that? Their marriage?
That was the marriage, the divorce.
Did they get divorced?
Yeah. Who
I don't remember.
Who
the
writes
divorce.
the storylines?
I'll tell you this, it's not a bad looking outfit, Johnny. I got to be honest.
So there is something positive in women's wrestling for you.
But see, Johnny, I don't watch it for that. I mean, how many television shows have beautiful Hollywood actresses?
I still say the women have the athleticism, they have good professional wrestling skills. Let them have their day. That was bad what they just did here.
My point has always been I would limit it to maybe the top 6 to 8, have a really good division, and just use it in moderation so the fans really enjoy it.
Well, all I know is what I see right now.
It's
$20
not
from Don the Barber.
Don Harbor?
Don the Barber.
Oh, Don the Barber. How are you, brother?
He says poo-poo platter for 2 on the Barber, whatever that means.
What?
Poo platter. What?
Poo-poo platter for 2, like the number 2 on the Barber.
Hey, he's saying the Chinese food is on him. Well, you know what? You helped the cause, brother. Don the Barber is one of our regulars. He tunes into your show, Marty's show, Tony's show. Good man, Don the Barber. Don the Barber, where are you from? I don't remember off the top of my head, even though we're talking about a lot of heads tonight. We need to go get those Al Snow heads out in the balcony.
What does everybody need? What does everybody want?
Christ Savior, $5. Someone give Cena Sr. his bottle and make it NyQuil. We're cranky tonight.
What is this?
Give Johnny his bottle of what?
NyQuil.
Give Johnny his bottle of NyQuil. He's getting a little cranky.
Wow. You know what? I got to tell you something, Dan. I've been in this business a long time. You got some weird fans.
There are fans.
They're your fans, not mine. I tell you, they spend a lot of time in their mother's basements.
Well, I don't think you're exceptionally cranky tonight.
I get upset when I see stuff that disturbs me, and that disturbs me.
You just don't.
I like to
You
see.
think the second biggest event of the year should be a high quality event?
Look,
Alexa does not seem possessed tonight, though. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing for her.
$2
only God
from
knows what's
VSR
going to
Video.
happen here.
Senior, are you waiting for the Just for Men's Royal Rumble?
Is that same idiot?
No, it's a new one.
Is that the same idiot?
No, it's a new one.
It's a new idiot?
I have to say
the
that
Euros,
that
they
was a
want
good
those.
one.
I
that
didn't
was
even hear
a
it. I didn't hear it.
He said, Cena Senior, are you waiting for the Just for Men's Royal Rumble?
What? I didn't say that, my friend. And if you have ears to hear, you should open them wide. I said that the men have no place interfering in the women's Royal Rumble. I'd like to see it turned around. I'd like to see the women interfere in the men's Royal Rumble and kick the shit out of them all. Wow, I tell you.
Where's Big Nye to eliminate all of them?
Wow, big crowd tonight.
Ember Moon.
Oh,
I thought she was potentially done. Was she not?
Yeah, I thought she was out.
I think she's athletic, but she's like a 500-piece jigsaw puzzle that needs to learn how to put all the pieces together. You know what I
I'm
mean?
saying that number 30 is going to be Ronda Rousey.
Now, what about, so you think Nia will be number 29? No, number 30 was already. Oh my God, that wasn't very good.
Oh.
Number 30 was already announced. It's Natalia.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
guess
they gave her a break. There's a young lady that's paid her dues.
she's not over.
It's because they won't give it. Don't even get me started.
It's like
Let's save
Greg
this.
Valentine.
Let's save this for Fabulous Fridays.
All right, sure. And I have no problem with respectful discussion. That's what it's
Let's
all
save
about.
it. Let's save
All
it for Fabulous Friday because I think that's a good time to bring it up.
You have some strong feelings about that.
I do.
To me, her outfit almost looks like The Undertaker when he came back in
Oh yeah.
1996 at
With the-
Survivor Series from the roof of Madison Square Garden.
No, this can't be this
this is-
quick.
They don't know whether they're coming or going, Johnny. It's too much for them.
Nah.
Hey. So no Rhonda.
You're right. Thank God.
Now it looks like she's ready, baby.
Look, why? Why did it all stop?
Herman. Well, at least she doesn't. Oh, no. I guess Herman did not go out over the top rope.
Nope.
That headbutt missed by about
this
4
is
feet. But I'll say this WWE's production staff is really good about not shooting some of those botched attempts at offense. So the lady is gone, my favorite.
Whoa, nice.
Naya's a one-woman wrecking machine right now.
I guess so.
Stick a fork in Naomi. I have a feeling she's next. Unless she's really going to have to get creative with their feet not touching the floor. No,
Yep, she's done. Boop, blinkety blink, sneakers is gone.
Wrestling fans, who do you have right now in the Rumble? We have one woman left.
No,
Now-
two.
No, Naya
Oh,
was
they're coming
29.
in? Oh, yeah.
Now, Tamina and Naya are cousins. Will that play into this? Are they going to turn on Herman? No. You still
Look,
have...
going to throw her own cousin right out of the ring. Whoa.
She throws a hell of a kick. I'll give her that much.
Yeah, she sure does.
I wouldn't want to take it. Who else is left in there? Who's that? Lana?
Yep.
Bianca?
Yep.
I'm sorry to me.
Oh, it can't be this. No, it can't.
Is that Charlotte in the pink?
Yeah.
I wanted to see more of her and the lady. Look at this, the tag, but Jesus.
Yeah, but you know what?
Naya's
Throw,
blown- I mean,
come
look
on,
at
throw
that.
some punches.
Naya's
Come
blown
on.
up already. Look at
Yeah, but
that.
no,
Oh.
it's not even that. Throw some punches. You know, make it look better than it is.
At least Baylor has the background in MMA. You think, she could get in there and throw him. Oh, wait a minute. She turned on her partner, Johnny.
Goodbye.
What a heinous thing to do.
I had to do it. I had to do it. There's another situation of why do you want to stand there and explain
Now,
what
do
you
you
did?
remember, Johnny, when Naya put Lana through the table on Raw for about 8 or
yeah,
9 weeks in a
yeah,
row?
yeah.
Another fun one.
Where we going? Oh, she
Wait a
just,
minute. Oh,
they're
I've
both
never
out,
seen
but they
Naya
didn't,
that limber before.
they didn't go through the top rope either.
She's she's
Oh, come on.
going to be gassed, Johnny.
She's doing all right. Give her credit.
Johnny
Over the
Friction
top
says
rope.
that Senior looks like Bernie Sanders more and more.
What?
Johnny Friction says that Mr. Senior looks more like Bernie Sanders more and
You
more.
look like Bernie Sanders. I've
That's a
never
co-
heard
that's a-
that one before.
That's a compliment. Thank you
Yeah.
very
You like
much.
Bernie?
Bernie Sanders has got a brain. Got more than you have, my friend. There's your 30th.
Could you see Natalia coming away with the W, Johnny?
Who's left in there? Nah, she's not even going to get in the ring. She's lucky if she even gets in the ring. What is this?
You know what they said on one of the shows this week, Johnny? They said Naya looks like a a package of hot dogs at the supermarket that haven't been opened yet. Unbelievable.
I have to tell you something. This is
This
Wow.
out of the 4 women's rumbles, I think it's safe to say this is the worst.
yeah. I would. Yeah. I've got to tell you something.
This makes me never want to see one again.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, maybe Natalia still has it. Well, no. There's a lot of pink.
Okay,
and,
now you know if
a
I
lot
were
of
doing
pink and gold outfits.
stop and think about this. They just beat her down. She's hurting her side. Who do you think is going to be the last 2 in the ring?
Who's left? I think it's going to be Bianca.
And
The final 2, Bianca and Charlotte. Maybe the lady will come
Lana
back
and her.
out.
What is this? What?
They were kind of a tag team for a minute.
For a minute.
Their outfits are basically matching.
Yep.
Now, oh, look at that, Natalia. She's got a little bit of the father in her. Well,
Now you're going to see some wrestling. Goodbye, Lana.
go back to the ballroom dancing.
Yeah, well, Rusev's doing well.
Now, Johnny, let me ask you this. If, as noted in the discussion we had earlier with the conversation I had this week with some friends in Connecticut, if the fruit of your loins competes in Tampa this year, will you head down to Raymond James Stadium? Do you think it's safe enough?
That's another question for another time.
If maybe you don't want to discuss that, I can certainly respect that part of it. But let me throw this one at you. I was told in this 80,000 or so seat stadium, their goal was to outdraw the Super Bowl, which is in the same venue in a couple of weeks. They're trying to get around 30 in. Do you think 30 is too many? Just right? Too little?
I would think that if they continue with the vaccinations, if we continue doing what we're doing, we may have reached a point where we can do this. You know what? I don't care what you say. Whatever you do, there's always going to be the danger of that virus spreading. Who knows what's going to happen?
But as far as the number 30 goes, do you think that's too many, too little, just right? Would you feel comfortable in that stadium with 30,000?
You know, I don't know the answer to that either.
No.
I don't know the answer. I really don't.
$5 from Albert Nada.
Oh, here we go.
What's up with no, I don't think so. What's up with Sinister Minister James Mitchell these days?
Sinister Minister James Mitchell is in TNA Impact or Impact
Right,
Wrestling
that's where he
nowadays.
is.
I don't understand how that guy doesn't have a job. Nothing against Impact Wrestling, but I don't understand how James
There's your
Mitchell
winner,
doesn't
right
have
there.
a full-time job
There's
in
the
one of
Royal
these
Rumble.
major,
Nope, not
bigger
her.
promotions.
Nope,
He's
right
a
there. There's
fantastic
your winner.
mouthpiece. Who's the winner, Johnny?
Watch. Right
Well,
there.
there's 3 of them in there.
Watch.
Obviously, it's going to be one of them.
Miss Q, watch.
Percy, stop it.
Yeah. I think they're all picking on Charlotte Flair now. Well, here you go. She's making the comeback.
Well, I tell you this.
She's going to eliminate them both.
If Charlotte wound up winning this and they wound up getting the title on Lacey Evans before WrestleMania, that would make for a very interesting women's title match.
I would agree.
But I think Bianca and what I now know is a Q, I continue to see something in
There's
her.
potential there.
And Rhea Ripley, I mean, she's fantastic.
Yep.
She's kind of, well, definitely on the big side.
Oh, there we go. WrestleMania.
They all want the pirate ship, baby.
There you go. There you go. Tampa Bay. You know, I probably would go if I were invited. How's that? That a good answer?
You can come with me. You're officially invited.
There you go.
Because my plane ticket and hotel are booked.
Yeah, well, mine aren't.
All right. Well, you have your own jet, so you don't need to worry about such
2 jets.
luxuries.
2 jets.
And you have the mansion, of course.
The mansion to stay at.
At least is it 2 or 3 that you have in Florida?
4.
4. Real estate can be good.
Oh, she's going over the top rope. She's going over. Both of them. Oh, done.
Candy's got the arm up. Charlotte is eliminated. She's laughing.
What's the joke?
Is there someone that wasn't eliminated that she's getting a chuckle out of? Or? Well, no. Looks like it's going to be Rhea.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
No, hey,
I called it. I'm telling you.
You think
I
Bianca?
called it. You watch. You watch.
Well, I'd watch those feet if I were Bianca.
I'm telling you.
That happened with Rock and Big Show at Royal Rumble 2000. The WWE's production staff is out of this world. I wonder what Charlotte was laughing at.
I have no idea. Telling you, there's your winner right there.
Which one, John?
The Q. Watch.
The Q?
You watch.
You think Bianca was my call
Yep.
for a little bit of this match?
You don't think she's going to win?
I think she'd be a good winner.
Definitely
I think
potential.
it makes sense.
Definitely potential.
But if you wanted to bring Rhea Ripley up to the main roster from NXT, I think it would make sense to give her the win.
I agree.
And I think, to be honest, all kidding aside, they need as many fresh women on the roster as possible. And Rhea's pretty good.
Well, let's see what happens.
I don't know what it is about the Europeans, Johnny, over there in England. They train in a different way. And
They do.
When they come over here, they go in a different style. That's like Tony Storm is another one. Oh, no, is Tony Storm from England or Australia?
I thought England.
Well, she speaks with an accent.
Yeah, okay, there you go. All right, mate. All right, mate. We're going to take care of that, mate.
We'll have to ask the Bushwhackers where she's from.
Oh, God bless them.
Albert's got $5 more.
Yeah.
John Sr. is the type of guy who you ask, what's the score of the game? He says 4-2. Then you ask who's winning, and he say the 4W.
The what?
I don't know what this is asking or what this is saying. It's the type of guy who you ask, what's the score of the game? He says 4-2. Then you ask who's winning, and he says 4 dummy.
Who is this?
This man says, John Cena Sr. is the type of guy, you ask him what's the score of the game, you say 4-2. Then they ask you who's winning, and they say 4.
There you go. There you go. It's the right answer, isn't it?
I don't know why I'm having so much fun. I haven't even had a drink. We got Brian Nobb's beers if anyone's interested in a Budweiser. All right. Oh, Johnny, you were right, brother. You were right. 4-1.
4-2 and 4 wins. 4 is higher than 2, isn't it? There you go.
Hey, you know what? I thought this match was terrible, but it was an impressive outing for her, I think. She was out there for a long time. And it didn't show. I give her credit. And now I know what a Q is. So it was a very eventful match. So that would mean she'd be able to pick the challenge Sasha or who's the Raw Women's Champion? Asuka. I love Asuka.
Ask her again. She'll tell you.
She goes out, and again,
She gives it her all.
We've said it before. It's not an insult to say she works like she's one of the boys.
Yep.
She goes out there, like she's one of the guys, not the soft Lana style.
I still don't get the connotation of Charlotte Flair laughing. I don't understand that.
She was probably rehashing the whole match in her brain as she went over the top rope.
Her whole life flashed in front of her, right?
Well, I think there's some good creative material on the table for her. Like I said, if they could only have the patience and the pacing to extend that feud to WrestleMania.
Here we go.
There she is, Jane Pauley again. Do you think 30 years from now people will hold her in the same reverence they do Mean Gene? No.
I don't think so.
The microphone would help me. Be gentle, joke man. Be gentle, baby. It's no laughing matter. There we go.
Oh, come on. This is it now. This is it.
This is too much for you.
You know what? She won, had her moment. That's it.
Pointing to the sign now.
Yep.
You gonna do it too with me?
What sign?
The WrestleMania sign.
I don't see it.
All right. You got Las Vegas.
Mm.
I can't wait for the WrestleMania to go to the football stadium in Vegas. One of my favorite cities. Are you a Vegas fan?
Never been.
Get out of town.
Never
You've
been.
never been to Las
Never
Vegas?
been to Las Vegas.
Oh, I think Monisa's getting some ideas over there.
Oh, really? I'm sure.
She's waiting for the
With
shows
whom-
to open
with
up
whom
again.
will she go?
The Cena Jet.
Mm.
Well, but I am disappointed to announce to fans that may not know and actually care that the Cauliflower Alley Club was postponed for the third time to September of 2021, just a couple of days before my birthday, though, Johnny. So there are worse ways to spend one's birthday than in that beautiful city with world-class attractions, world-class facilities, if it's a little
Why?
more open.
Tell me why. Will you tell me why?
Well, she's selling the cheap.
No. You know what? Isn't it time we move on now? It's time to move on. Let's not milk the cow too much because it'll go dry. Wow.
Do you think the queue is real?
I think that's an extension.
I wonder how long it would take to grow something like that out.
I have no idea.
You never had a queue.
I don't want one either.
I think one thing we're going to see more and more of are commercials, especially with the move to NBC Peacock, starting with Fastlane on March 21st. Another big live pay-per-view. Don't forget, fans, Connor Smith, get ready in the other room, baby. Those autographed John Cena
no way.
pens are available.
I wouldn't buy one.
The link is available at the top of the chat.
I
on
wouldn't buy
YouTube.
one.
Check the PayPal, joke man. Let's see how many orders we got in.
None.
Johnny's hand is going to fall off. He's going to sign so many pictures tonight.
Go away.
Would it be under money in?
Yeah.
$155.37.
Oh, no. That wouldn't be that. If you go on the right side, it has a list of the dates and the names. Was there anything from
You
today?
warm it up there?
Uh,
What's that? We don't have a break.
Oh, did you want to come and chat with? Oh,
Want to join in the chat? Come on.
pull the chair up, Moniz.
Might as well get in the picture.
There's a -16 from yesterday. There's nothing for today.
A -16.
That was from yesterday.
You don't
I
want
really didn't want the picture.
Nothing from today.
Nothing from today. All right.
Looks that bad?
Also, I'm sorry. Johnny Friction gives us $5. Senior should have the decency to close the eyes of a poor dead rodent on his head.
Oh, Johnny.
Come on. This is.
Oh, can you actually read it too?
Reading what?
Read to him what he said.
They're what? What is it?
They said you should have the decency to close the eyes of the dead rodent on your head.
Oh my God! Where
There's
do you
not
get
even
this-
that much hair.
Where do you get these people?
If it was a little thicker, I guess maybe
I don't understand.
Oh, I've had enough Bad Bunny. Are you going to listen to Bad Bunny on the way home?
Not listen to Bad Bunny on the way home.
Yeah.
I think that this stuff is just.
I'm going to say this. I didn't mention it to you after I saw you leave last time, but I was very impressed with the automobile you arrived in.
Oh, yes.
Is that yours?
It is.
You traded in the old one.
I gave that away.
Gave it?
I gave it away.
Aren't
I
you a
did.
kind soul? No, that was beautiful. That was really, really nice. I didn't know you had changed automobiles since. How new is it?
It was brand new, 2019,
No, when did you get it?
November 2019.
You've had it that long?
Yeah.
You've driven that every time to the studio since you've been here?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
I never noticed that you'd
Yep.
had something new.
Yep.
Well, it's very impressive.
I gave my Equus to my son Daniel, and then when I did that, I got a call saying there's a car, just get it. So I was surprised when I got the car.
Now, who did you get the call from?
I got the call from JJ Jr.
JJ Jr. JJ Dillon?
Yep.
All right. You
What?
think maybe we'll see Booker in the men's rumble tonight?
You know what? After watching what I've just watched so far,
You
from
don't watch,
start
though.
to finish, so far what I've watched, believe me, anything is possible. I'm not sure I understand it anymore. At least you get somebody there in Booker T who old school, smart school. I got to give the Miz a lot of credit, though. There's a guy that they didn't think would make it. He surprised a lot of people.
Remember the abuse that he went through when he first started on the main roster, throwing him out of the locker room.
Well, but you know what?
Not to name any names, but a
Sometimes
good friend
when
of
you
ours.
think you're the best.
Freak of the devil. Well,
John Sr., what grade do you give the show so far?
John Sr., what grade do you give the show thus far? He's given it a lot of thought.
I'm sorry.
What grade would you give the...
No, I heard you. I listened to you several times. What grade would I give the show so far? Probably a C minus.
Fair enough.
There's a lot of things here that just don't sit well with me.
I think the presentation and the execution and the point of the men's championship match was done well, even if the jackhammer was the little jack.
That's okay.
Think of the battle that you had with that man about 20 feet in the other direction. Moniz, you missed it. If you saw what that man in the blue suit did to Johnny out on that loading dock, they dumped a 3-on-1 assault. And
Tommaso
they dumped,
Ciampa, Slick Wagner Brown.
I don't know how many energy drinks all over his face and his head. Hopefully the rodents closed their eyes or they would have been stinging. They shoved his $1 billion bills in his mouth.
And the comment from John Layfield was, you should have drunk the Kool-Aid.
Your enemy.
Great friend.
But I'll tell you this.
It's a great friend.
You're not exactly 6'5", but you attempted to go nose to nose with the man out there, and I can respect that.
Didn't work.
Even if you're not the biggest dog in the fight, you still bark.
We still did it.
Here's the feud I'm looking for, John.
Well, I think you're going to see it. I think there is a good storyline.
Oh, I didn't even remember him come back out. How did we miss that?
Just gave her some brass knuckles.
Did they show this when we were watching the match?
I didn't see it.
I don't remember. Moniz, did you remember any of this?
No, that wasn't even there. How did we look at? I've been paying close attention to this, very close attention.
Oh, no. I understand. They did a tag team title match where they wrestled earlier in the night. That wasn't part of the Rumble.
Oh, earlier tonight. Yep,
Yeah.
there it is.
Now it makes sense. Okay. I was going to say, I don't remember that in the Rumble.
Rick looks a little waxy.
You know where Rick would go if he headed up to the world-famous Kowloon and Entertainment Dining Complex on Route 1 in Saugus.
Right next to us.
He'd walk in the door and take a sharp right.
That's where all the collectibles are.
And I tell you this, if they ever have one of those sales like they had at Hilltop when it went out, you imagine all the people I'd be one of them. I don't know if I could afford
anything. What do you want to buy?
One of those masks, I think, would look nice. I have so many. We talked about it on the show. I have so many great life memories of that restaurant.
As do I.
Not just the food, but I mean just the celebrations of life, the meals from as a kid,
Mhm.
birthday parties,
Mhm.
family parties.
High
you
school
know,
graduation. Yep.
the
what's
times
this?
I went there with my
Again?
oh,
Again? Oh, come on.
I'm not even going to look. But when I'd go in, once my friends started to have driver's licenses in high school, we'd go in to eat. That's how I got to know Andy through the wrestling that way. Going in with the Tony Rumble CWA crew.
Corey Graves. Here we go.
Oh,
You know what? See, this is what I mean.
I'm going to go back to my Kowloon.
Yeah, what's happened to professional wrestling?
I would have loved to have seen John have a run with it.
Me?
No,
Layfield?
not John.
He's got more brains. John Layfield? Yeah, I don't think so. Kind of looks like Vince McMahon, doesn't he?
A little bit, yeah.
He looks a little
Yeah.
bit like Vince.
Life is good in Bermuda. That's a tough one.
He's
That's
a good
tough
man.
one.
He's a good man.
I like the theme song. Are you ready to rumble, Johnny? How many more matches do we have?
Let's see. It's what time? It's
We
10
got
minutes
Roman.
past 9.
The Roman, and we got the men's rumble.
That's
Is that it?
Well, Roman Reigns, we know what's happening here.
What's happening?
You don't expect Owen Hart. Oh, God rest his soul. You're awake. I'm keeping you awake. Kevin Owens, baby.
I
You're right.
believe that's why Owens picked that name.
I wonder, and all kidding aside, I wonder.
No, I believe that to be true.
I hope so, because it was
He
a great.
was, what was his name when he came in? Kevin Steen.
Kevin Stern, yeah, Steen, yep.
Oh, I'm looking at as
I have a
much
lot
as,
of respect for that young man.
I'm not a big Kevin Owens guy. I think Kevin Owens is much better as a heel than a face. I don't know if you agree with that. But I am a huge fan of the head of the table, the tribal chief.
Well, you know, I wasn't for a long time, but I think with the recent storyline and what they've done with it, I would concur and say you're right.
Since I can't think of anyone in the business I've enjoyed more since last August when he returned at, I think it was SummerSlam. I thought they could have had a fun little match with him and Adam Pearce tonight, and it would have been quick. But then again, the other title match was pretty quick, too, with the
You know what?
Goldberg. And Jey Uso, you talk about a positive story in professional wrestling. Not that he hasn't had a successful career as a tag team wrestler, but look at him, you know, headlining pay-per-views, working championship matches against his cousin, then being aligned at the hip with him, one of the main focus on the television shows. Good for him, good for his paycheck. His work has always been outstanding, and it's unfortunate that it took his brother's injury for him to be able to have the platform to do it on, but you know what? The brother's made a lot of extra money doing the reality shows with his wife, so, you know, maybe it's a little even Steven. Now, who's texting us, Johnny? Someone that wants an 8x10?
Nobody, I hope not.
Any 8x10s, Joe?
Not
fan?
yet.
None.
You got to hit the refresh button.
No, that's all right.
Fast. Connor Smith, get a shot of that 8x10 if you could, brother.
I like the look.
Of Adam Pearce? Who?
There we go.
You know what else I don't like about Kevin Owens?
He's gonna be. You're gonna see a wrestling
him
match.
using the stunner.
Yeah.
It's almost like him, and you know the way he dresses, the stunner. It's almost like an indie Mick Foley. You know what I mean? And I know he's a great wrestler. I just don't like the presentation.
There
Do
you
you
go.
like him better as a face or a heel?
Whoop. Who's that?
Owens.
I think he plays either way.
Really?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he plays either way. Having seen him as a heel and a face, I kind of like him as a face.
Oh, hey, And you know what? If you could scroll the circle, the little white circle in the bottom right-hand corner, so we're live. See what I mean? See where it says a minute 05 negative?
Yeah.
That one, yes. Push it all the way to the right. All right, good. Now we are live, Johnny.
Really?
We were about 58 seconds behind.
Now we're caught up?
We're caught up.
Oh, wow.
And we didn't miss much. Generally, a last man standing match is very good, unless you have two stiffs of there. So this should be good.
We have two outstanding athletes. Kevin Owens, nothing but good words for that young man. He's paid his dues. He's come up the hard way. The same thing for the tribal king there, the chief. He's paid his dues. He's come up the hard way. He's been through hell and high water. Both of these are outstanding athletes. I see nothing here but an outstanding professional wrestling match.
Your son did a great job in getting him over when he was first brought up to the main roster
Kevin?
in 2015.
Thank you.
Jackie, any comments from the peanut gallery? Facebook has been quiet, I guess.
What'd she say?
The peanut gallery, it is.
Why, they're all nuts, right? Time for them to go to bed.
Julian Arnis says, John Cena Sr. looks like he showed up to a Sopranos casting call.
And let me tell you something. You ain't got nothing to worry about either.
Now, see,
I get the part.
To be fair, I could actually see you hanging with that crew.
Oh, with
You're a
Paulie and all
paisan.
them? Yeah.
What's that?
With Paulie and all them?
Yeah.
You never
Johnny
know.
Walnuts.
You never know. My own HBO spinoff, right?
Didn't they talk about doing a series that was going to be based on Tony's dad at one point?
Tony,
Soprano?
yes. His son was going to play the role.
Of Tony's dad?
Or no. His kid was going to be do a Sopranos thing, I thought. But I didn't think they were going to do anything with Tony's dad.
I thought it was going to be a whole series based
No.
upon the older Italians. Oh, maybe
How it all started?
Yeah.
And
I
then
love
his son was
those.
going to play the young Tony Soprano.
I don't know. There he is.
There's the Rock's tattoo.
Well, I think a lot of the Samoans have that now.
I think you're right.
You'd look good with one like that.
No, thank you.
What do you think,
I
Marty?
just want to be me. Take
He's
me.
perfect the way.
Take
What a
me-
nice
Take
thing.
me for who I am. Like me or dislike me. That's the way it goes.
Isn't it nice to have such fine company
Wow,
in
for a
the
young
studio?
man, white beard. I'm surprised. There's one of the
Jackie, the
greatest
joke
heel
man is a
managers in
half
the
and
world,
half?
Paul Heyman.
Oh,
Go
wait a
ahead
minute. What do
and
we
ask
got?
Dan what that is.
What is that?
Julian Arnis says Jackie the Joke Man is a half and half. Ask Dan what that is.
I don't believe Jackie the Joke Man to be a half and half.
Is that like half retarded?
No, hell, that's from both sides of the plate. You know what I mean? I don't believe Jackie to be
I
that,
don't-
but if he
nope.
is, some people like chocolate ice cream, some people like strawberry, I guess. Some people like both. That's the way
It's
I look
getting
at
late,
it.
I can tell. I can tell because you know what? Wow. That's all I got to say is wow.
I also, Johnny, we mentioned a little
He believes
Devon.
Sacco to be as well.
What now?
Sacco, I don't know about Sacco. Sacco with those salmon pants. Any man that wears salmon pants in the fall, I don't know.
Judge not, lest you be judged.
Well, if you're going to go by the pants, I will be judged compared to those
Judge not,
salmon
lest
ones.
you be judged.
What do you think, Moniz? As a lady, you're very well dressed back there. Do you think a man should be wearing salmon pants so late in the year? All right, well, I wear pink shirts. I have some pink shirts in the summer that I wear, some polos, so I can't knock the. But I think it's the time of year that he pulls them out. If it was the summertime, oh, that's one thing. But then he tried to say they were for Christmas. He said the salmon-colored pants were Christmas-colored when they were borderline pink. And then it turned into mayhem from there, Johnny. I don't know.
Wow. All I got to say is wow.
Now he is down along Connecticut's longest shoreline in Milford, Connecticut, after blowing off the watch alarm. Remember, we said it was a little too much for him. Paul Roma put him in his place once, and I don't know, I guess maybe the lesson wasn't learned from the veteran, the former young stallion and Power and Glory member in WWE. Well, look at that. Back to the Rumble, folks. Not the salmon pants. Roman's got the black.
Hey, Dan, any chance we could get Marty, John Sr., and Tony all together for a Mania watch-along?
If I wasn't going to go, I think that would be a lot of fun.
You're going to Mania?
Oh, I already booked the hotel and the airfare.
Well, how about if they don't have it?
If it gets canceled,
Yeah.
then we'll do it.
Oh, there you go.
I know Marty would
Love to do it.
the condition that he's in, the poor
Is Tony
guy.
going down?
I don't think there's going to be those types of events this year.
No autograph signing.
No, those guys are all and another big payday they lose out on. It sucks. I just miss going anywhere. I've had this talk with some of the guys in WWE even. They're just so even though they have Raw and SmackDown every week, they're just creatures of movement and travel, and to be just almost like stuck in quicksand because of the virus. You know, it's the ones that don't live in Florida, it's different, where they still have to fly in and out every week. But if Royal Rumble had attendance, I probably would have tried to have gone down just to get away for a couple of days. As much as being stuck in a hotel with Linda could have been a mini series, I was happy we went to Florida in December. It was nice just to be away from here. I can't think of I've never been this stuck close to home for so long.
Well,
I mean, who can't make that claim right now, you know?
I'm glad I'm here doing the Royal Rumble with you. I hope the fans are enjoying it. It's the first.
Yes.
And it's the last.
Really?
Yeah, I'm done.
You've not enjoyed your experience.
I'm done, brother.
Is it the event or the fans? Or me? Is it me?
No. Let's watch Royal Rumble.
Well, I'm trying to cover the dead air, John.
There's no dead air here. Look at this.
What do you think of Roman's gold glove?
Ooh, I think it's stupid. It's all about a super punch, which is stupid. There's a lot of things that I have to say. He's got a good punch, but so does Owens. He just better hope that Owens never gets in.
I think my only issue with it is it's so light, it almost doesn't stand out.
Well, I can see the gold glove.
You can see the glove.
There's no question about it. If that makes him Superman, then good luck. I mean, like I say, I think they've done a wonderful job repackaging Roman Reigns and making him what he should have been all along. I think eventually when Reigns becomes a tweener and then becomes the face, I think there's your man right now. But let's see what happens with Owens and Reigns.
As I said for years when you and I would have our discussions about Roman, this presentation of him just tweaked just a little bit as a babyface could have worked.
Absolutely.
And it did when he was in the Shield. It did work. If you go back to Survivor Series 2013, if you go back to Royal Rumble 2014,
yep,
the fans wanted him so bad to be the guy,
yep.
And then Kevin Nashed him.
Right.
Once they turned him babyface, they made him too nice. They made him too kind.
Yep.
He wanted to be funny and tell jokes like Jackie. He wanted to have remember when they had him with the blue blue contacts in his eyes?
Oh, that was so bad.
I mean, come on.
Right there. That thing into the stairs, that was just not. Watch this. You got to, if they show it again, just tell me what you think of that. If they show the stair.
Powerbomb is very impressive.
That was good. Now watch. Oh, there we go. He was steamrolled by that.
Mr. Cena, do you hate the show right now more than the fans currently in the chat?
Did you hear that one, Johnny?
Which one do you hate more?
Do you hate the show more right now, or do you hate the fans in the chat more?
I think everybody is super. I think everybody, I don't dislike anything. There are a few things that I've seen that perhaps I don't like, but you know what? There are things that need to be changed.
You gave it what you thought, a C- thus far.
Yeah, but now
it's not over yet.
This may change my mind
We've
here.
Two
outstanding.
potentially
Look at this.
good matches
Look at this.
left.
Look at this.
Those, and let me tell you,
Now,
man,
here's a case where I can see a little blood.
really,
He's just hit him twice with steel stairs, supposedly, right in the head.
well,
Yeah, you see the edge of that? That should open him up right there.
I don't think the fans realize how heavy those stairs are. I know you do.
Oh,
Those are not light.
no, they're not. They are not.
And I'm sure it's not easy on the hand to kind of pick it up like that. You know what? I'm sure it's leaving grooves.
Well, but
Jackie, joke.
he supports
This
it.
isn't
He
funny.
supports that with his leg. But notice when he brings it up, very difficult. That's 2.
I think they're going to go all over the Thunderdome, Johnny, after the first angle.
We're going to see what's going to happen here, but this is a wrestling match. This is what you want to see. This is what makes me say I'll be back. This is the kind of stuff you like. The interest you have with your fans. Your fans are outstanding. This is what you pay to see.
This is what you spend the $9.99 a month
Yeah,
on.
this is this is it. Look at the intensity of Owens.
He wants the title.
Yes, but it's believable.
That's
what
what
can
it
I
should be
say?
all about.
It's believable.
That man with every fiber and being in his body should want that title.
He does.
That's what the presentation.
Look what he's
should be.
doing. He's saying, I want it. I don't care what it's going to take to get it. I want it. Well, what would be
I
perfect
have a
right
feeling
now,
there could
he
be a
should
little-
climb up on the platform and he should just turn around and just do a nice splash right there. Don't tell me I called this but that's what I would do right there, right now. Take him out before he rolls out of the way.
Oh, Roman must have heard you. What?
Right in the eyes.
Look at that. What an old heel move. The old
That's
poke to
you
the
know what?
eye.
Maybe old, but it works.
Never fails.
Nope, it works.
Not going to do too much if you
That,
can't
the
see.
brass knuckles, and the coins in the trunks. Wow, they're going to take that thing. They're going to take the whole set apart. But
And
you
it's
see,
different because this really hasn't been done yet.
This is entertainment. This is professional wrestling.
You enjoy this. Joe.
Yes, this is what you want to see. I'm sure I don't know how you fans out there feel about it, but this is what we paid for. This is what we want to see.
You prefer this more than the McIntyre Goldberg presentation.
Yes. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but this is it right here.
These two have the potential to have a much longer match, better match, and tell a better story, I think.
They're doing a good job at it. I'll
Yeah.
tell you right now.
As
I hope the
As I
story.
dig into my shrimp 4 hours after the fact.
I hope the story doesn't end here.
You like the feud that much.
I think Owens is a great opponent, whether he's face or heel. Reigns has proved he's superior in what he does and how he does it. You know what? This is good. I like what I see.
Our regular fans must think I have a little Tony Atlas in me tonight where I'm eating
Chicken. Ooh.
shrimp right now.
Oh, there you go.
You know what, folks? We ordered our supper before the Rumble, and we were just so busy trying to get ready. I never had the chance to eat it.
Oh. Okay, now see here again, I'm a fan of why wait?
It's the last man standing now.
I know, but why wait? If you want them not to stand, why wait?
Just keep beating them.
Keep going. Don't
going.
stop. Yeah, why? All I'm doing is allowing you to get your breath back.
Unless you think you got them down for 10, you should keep the beating going.
Why stop? Reigns is getting the feeling back in the leg. Now it's Owens.
Like, Jackie, have you ever watched the wrestling tape before?
Not a pay-per-view, no.
No, so this is new for you. Four corner and the other, I'm still seeing
What you
nothing.
said? Are you kidding me? That's because Owens is a good opponent. You can't take him out that quick. It's a good show. I'm impressed with the match.
Roy Baptiste, $5.
Hey, I'm not sure if it's Roy or Roi.
Rui.
You might know, Moniz, where you're a woman of the world. ROI. How would you pronounce that? ROI. Would it be Roy or Roy? Roy? Oh, okay.
A woman of the world.
Well, she's well traveled, a very
Hey, Tommy Nash,
educated
this one's
woman.
for you.
Who's Tommy Nash?
That's your son.
Oh.
He's asking, what do you think of Jacob Fatu in MLW? He's the real deal. I am.
Have you seen Jacob Fatu in MLW at all? He is the son of Tama.
I have seen Jacob. I believe I did a show with him a couple of years ago.
Oh, really?
Great guy. I think he's a good performer. A lot of potential.
Interesting at his age that he signed kind of a longer-term deal with MLW.
Yep.
He's not that he's old, but he's not a spring chicken. He's in his early 30s. You'd think that one of the bigger promotions than MLW would have opened up the coffers.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I was surprised by that, but maybe MLW has more money coming. It's a good thing for the business and for the talent if it does.
I agree.
It's another place for them to work.
Roman Reigns can't believe that
I won't
Kevin
share-
Owens is back. Owens just won't stay down. And that's what's frustrating Reigns. And I'll tell you what, keep that up. The story is good. That's what allows the man to win. Work on the psyche.
Do you think Jey Uso will get involved in this one, Johnny?
No, I think Roman's going to take this one on himself. It wouldn't make any sense.
Why?
Because Roman has to prove he's the man.
But he's a heel.
Yeah, but look, so what? Look at this. Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns one-on-one. I told you we'd be doing for a good match.
Well, it's been the best part of the show. That's for sure.
A plus.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
Come on, give it a break. Give it a break. At least an A.
Look at that.
Oh, wow. That's pretty tough. Pretty tough.
They have a lot of surface to work with at Tropicana Field. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see where they go in April if Major League Baseball starts its season on time, where they just had to move out of the Amway Center in Orlando.
Oh, no way.
It's a page out of AEW's.
You're right. No way. Wow. I didn't see that coming.
Neither did he.
I like what I see.
The internet signal in this studio has been driving us nuts since we started doing these live broadcasts. Thank you, Joe.
Wow.
And you know what's good, Johnny? I'm actually looking forward to, again, if everything goes according to plan, the day after WrestleMania, the Texas Rangers play the Rays there. And I'd like to go and see that game because they're going to be allowing 7,000 fans a game in for the baseball.
I've been there for a baseball game. It's
really?
Yeah,
it's not much of a stadium for baseball,
but it's nice.
It's nice. At least it's nice. At least it's not home.
Yep, it's nice.
I didn't know you were much of a baseball fan.
I like baseball. I do.
Jerry Briscoe is a big Rays fan.
Wow, that was good on Kevin Owens' part. I got to tell you, that was timed perfect.
Bump.
That was timed perfectly. That was awesome. I hope the fans watching this match appreciate what they see.
Have you ever been to Clearwater Beach, John?
I have not.
Really? I think you'd like it over there, too. I'm not much of a beach guy, but I think Clearwater Beach is beautiful.
You're praying to the gods now, is he, huh?
$5 from Christ Savior.
Joey!
Does Senior enjoy any other sports, favorite teams or eras, etc.?
Johnny, do you enjoy any of the sports? Do you have favorite teams or eras of sports?
I like baseball. I like hockey, the Boston Bruins.
Now, see, I never knew you were a hockey fan.
Yes, I enjoy hockey.
Do you have a favorite era of the Bruins? 70s Bruins?
You know what? I just plain enjoy hockey.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever play?
I've never played hockey in my life. Baseball I played. I'm not a fan of football, even though in my younger days I played the sport.
Did you?
Yep. I was the kid with the asthma, and they said the kid would never be able to play football or baseball, and guess what? Never quit, never give up. You just keep out there and keep going. Yep. But those are the two sports I enjoy.
Well, look at this. I'm learning things about you that I didn't know after all this time. I never knew you were a hockey fan.
I enjoy hockey very much.
I knew you had baseball collectibles at one
I have
point.
a lot of baseball collectibles.
Oh, you still do?
I do. I have baseball. I have hockey. I have football. I do collect. I like to collect toys. A lot of collectibles there. Games.
If you don't like football,
I have
why do you
another-
have football collectibles?
I have cards because I have 5 sons, as you know. Each one of them was favored in the sports. John baseball, Dan was football, baseball. Sean was basketball, Dan hockey. I have all these cards, Star Wars.
Hopefully they're too loud in this place.
I don't need to see Darth Vader.
John was a baseball guy?
Yep.
When he was a kid?
Yep.
Red
Football
Sox,
too.
or-
Football. I'm not going to answer that question.
Oh, I'm going to take that as a no then.
I would say that he enjoyed baseball. I am thoroughly enjoying this match.
Got the little Hornswoggle ladder right there.
Yep.
Albert asks, did any WCW wrestlers ever get fired for turning down Hanoi Jane?
Turning down who?
Hanoi Jane?
This
Whoa,
is
whoa,
all
whoa,
Jane
whoa,
Fonda
whoa,
thing is
whoa,
relative.
Who's going to get painted?
Oh, I don't know. The whole Jane Fonda phenomenon is new, Albert. I knew nothing about Jane getting physical with WCW personnel until that episode with Marty Jannetty. I don't think it was a regular thing. I think Jane was probably very selective, much like she was with
No
her husband
way.
financially. I don't know of any talent that ever got the axe, though, because Jane wasn't around that much. I'm sure these interactions that Marty spoke of were on a limited basis at parties that involved very few higher-ups
Wait
that
a
were
minute.
making the mega bucks.
Don't do it. Don't
And
do
I
it.
know some interesting stories
Oh,
from
come
WCW.
on, Owens. Don't do it. Don't do it. No way. Why?
Now, from that vantage point, look at how high the video production
Yeah, but
makes
you know
it look.
what? He,
It's probably
don't.
only about
He's playing
6
possum.
or 8 feet. I wonder what the purpose of the spray paint was.
I just said somebody's going to get painted.
I thought the same thing.
I thought they would use that, but I guess not. Apparently, it's where they paint the props, etc.
Well,
Wow,
maybe.
that was a crazy move. That's ECW. I'm sure the crowd would be going, "Holy, you know what?
Holy what?
Holy, you know what?" You can hear the fans that are there via, yeah, you can, yeah,
The television sets.
yeah, right.
I think the crowd is certainly sweetened to WWE's liking.
Wow, look at that, look at that. Whoa.
Swanton bomb, shades out of the Jeff
Look at
Hardy's
this.
playbook.
Look at this. For a man of that size to be doing this, unbelievable.
If JBL ever comes back, maybe you can bring him out to the loading dock and do that. To him.
Nah, kudos. Look at this. Kudos to both of these guys.
Oh, look at the Money in the Bank briefcase. Is that a subtle hint?
He might be.
Could Roman and Kevin Owens
Reigns will be back. Hang on.
knock the hell out of each
Watch
other
this.
to the point
What-
where Miz gets the belt? Was that a little color right there, John?
No, that's the red paint from the.
From the spray
table?
paint. Oh,
Yep.
well,
Yep.
Same effect.
Here we go. Back out to the ring. Oh, mirror. This is crazy. This move is crazy. Wow. I hope the fans appreciate what they're watching.
They're not going to be feeling great tomorrow morning when they get out of bed. I know that much.
No, you don't feel it. The adrenaline level is so high, you don't feel anything until
Right
the
now,
next
yeah.
day. And then I'm going to tell you, you can't even move.
Now, was it that way for you when you had your Raw moment back in August of 2007, or did you feel that one?
When I main evented in the ring with Randy Orton, or
Not
when
the
I
main
got kicked
event,
in the
but when
head?
you had the angle to lead up to that. Was that an immediate impact, or did you have so much adrenaline that it didn't really hit you until you woke up
You don't feel too much until you.
the next day? Now, see, as someone that's never had a match, I wouldn't know that, even with all my historical knowledge.
You are a walking history book in wrestling. Ooh,
I think
Superman punch.
a lot of our guests say that, and
That's smart. You have a lot of tremendous knowledge in that, and that's a gift. Whoa, here we go.
now see, you want to know what my only problem with that is,
Foolish.
Johnny? If they shouldn't have done it with Goldberg earlier, even though it was on the barricade, it's along the same lines of the same thing. You know what I mean?
I agree with you. Why do the same thing
Yeah.
twice? You know, and that's what we say a lot of times in
Less
the indie
is
shows
more,
is
like Jake Roberts
if
used
you're
to
doing
say.
that fist or you're doing that leg drop, don't anybody else go out there and do the same thing.
Anything from the peanut gallery, Jackie?
Julian asks, Mr. Cena, how did you get involved with pro wrestling?
That's actually a very interesting story. Mr. Cena, how did you get involved with pro wrestling? Now, this goes all the way back to the 70s. A lot of fans don't realize this when they make their smart remarks. That, yeah, he's only around because of his son.
What's that?
He's only around because of his son.
I'm only around because of my son, huh?
Well,
Well,
when he was still in your loins, you were involved in the world of professional wrestling.
I was. I did some promoting, and then I got married, and then I got divorced. And at that point, I went for a ring announcer. John had already been in the business for a couple of years, so I consider myself second generation. But what happened after that was he said that he had already had a ring announcer, and I said, no problem. I'll go to another promotion. Somebody else was looking. He said, no. I'm looking for somebody to be a heel. And that's when Johnny Fabulous was born. And ever since then, it's been a great ride. It has been.
Now, when you promoted some of those WWF fundraiser events, how many would you say you did?
You know, I didn't keep count. I really didn't.
Are we talking
maybe
a
10,
handful?
15?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I mean,
So did you know that at home, fans? Long before there was John Cena Sr., John Cena Jr.'s dad, back in the WWF days when it was Vince McMahon Sr.'s territory, this guy was promoting local live event fundraisers in, was it just Massachusetts? Or?
I was working with local schools, et cetera, that wanted to have it. Worked through the big promoter out of Boston, kind of did some of the legwork. So it was very interesting. I had the opportunity to work with a lot of people who have passed on. Stan Stasiak, the Grand Wizard, Fred Blassie. You know, those are days you can never forget.
And did you stop because it was just you were looking to raise some money for some causes, or was it because you got married and wanted to have a family, or?
That's basically it.
Which one?
Wanted to stop and raise a family. Basically it. And then, as you know, I was always a fan of wrestling. I got cable TV for no other reason so we could watch professional wrestling.
Georgia Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It depends on what part of the state you lived in.
And
we didn't get cable until we couldn't order pay-per-view in Melrose until 1988. It was crazy.
And then I took the kids to the wrestling matches at the local high schools. We sat on the cheap seats at the Garden. When I talked to you about being afraid of heights, we were way, way, way up there.
With some animals. I remember even, and obviously it was later than of a time period than when you're talking about, but I remember when I started going in 86 with my father, I was 5. And I'd be so excited to go, but going in, my hand would be on his belt. I was so afraid of the crazy people that banging on the door, trying to get in and yelling and screaming. And the show hadn't even started. The tickets hadn't even been taken yet. It was nuts. It was like animal.
They put the nets over the ring because people were throwing glass bottles on Don Leo Jonathan. It was crazy in there. Crazy, but that's how it all went down.
I'll never see wrestling like that again.
Well, that's because that was when there was kayfabe and wrestling. And
I got to tell you, Johnny, I drank so much water today. I've been at the studio since about 10:30 this morning editing. And I have to use the little boys' room so bad.
You got to go now?
I at least want to see the climax.
You got to see this.
match.
I got to tell you right now, this match is amazing. Right now, Roman Reigns is handcuffed. He can't use the super punch, his Superman punch. He just gave Owens the groin kick, which I don't think landed in the groin, but anyway.
If I go off like the Bellagio fountains on the Las Vegas wall, it's only Poland Spring. Don't worry.
See what I mean about the first and the last? It's like, wow. Here we go.
Now, what the hell
Referee's
was
out.
that?
There we go. This is it.
Why would you need
Here
a
he
ref
comes.
bump in a
Heyman's got
match
the key.
like this?
Now, wait a minute. Whoa. Why would Heyman have a key? What? I don't get this one. This is bad storytelling.
But-
Why would Paul Heyman have the key to the handcuffs?
And on top of that, it's a no disqualification match. So what difference does
It
it
doesn't
make?
make any difference.
I gotta go so bad.
I can see that. Why don't you run? Go ahead. I'll let you know who
At the
wins.
speed they're going with this, him trying with the lock, I might make it.
This makes no sense at all. He can't unlock it. Come on, Owen.
Why?
Get in there and do them both.
Why
Nail
the-
them both.
Just why the ref bump?
I don't understand the ref bump.
If the ref is, even if the ref is alert, what's he going to say?
It's still no DQ.
No DQ.
Yeah. All I know is this. If I were Owens, I'd grab a chair right now, and they both would be out
and just
cold.
beat the hell out of both of them. Right?
Amen, brother.
You take the key and throw
Bang.
it like a
And that's
baseball.
Yep. Nang it. Bang, bang, bang. It's over. Superman punch. Here it comes.
I think the finish is coming.
Oh, it's here. You can see it right here.
Is he gonna use this UFC submission like hold to make him pass out?
Probably.
I love this guillotine. I really do.
Well, Owens is pretty well out of it right
Roman's
now.
work is so good.
There's no air going into his lungs. You can see he's just about ready to black out.
I'm almost ready to black out.
No, that's bladder out. I hope Owens is playing possum.
Arr! Every time I go or I make an animal-like sound, it means for whatever reason, because this studio is kind of underground. The internet always isn't the greatest, and sometimes it freezes.
That's why we should be doing it upstairs.
You know how long it would take to set everything up?
We just need a table, a TV, and chairs. That's all we need.
But we wouldn't have this pretty set. Or Monisa's $3,000 heater. She said next time she's going to come with blankets. She's so cold. I feel bad for the poor lady. She's so nice.
You should come with our entourage. Tina, Charmaine, Tommy Nash, La Casa de Chocolate.
Is that
everybody.
it? Can I go?
Yep.
I'll shut this off so we don't hear any
Tinkles.
so we don't hear any splattering. All right, Johnny, I'm ready for the big one. I'm ready for the main event. Baby.
All right. I'll see you when you get back, Dan.
Johnny, cover for me, brother. Again.
Cover? Nobody can cover for the great Dan Marati.
Ed Cena, those John Cena Sr., Randy Orton, Nick Jets are available. Jackie, while I'm gone, check the PayPal, brother. Check
Wow.
the PayPal. Honda Smith, I'll be right back, brother.
Mr. Cena, have any memories or stories about Bruno, Cap, and Lou, or any other legends?
I had the opportunity to work with Captain Lou and who else?
And Bruno?
Bruno Sammartino. The only thing I remember about Bruno Sammartino was what I saw at the Boston Garden, God rest his soul. And I had the opportunity to meet him at a couple of the WrestleManias. What a wonderful human being. As far as Captain Lou goes, I worked several shows with Captain Lou. There's another outstanding individual, great human being, always willing to help, always willing to teach, work. I am, and I have been very fortunate to be allowed to work with those kinds of people and those stars.
Troy Corsi says, hello, Mr. Cena.
Who is it?
Troy Corsi.
How you doing? Wow, Roman Reigns. I wish I could say that was a well-fought match. Both men put their bodies and lives on the line. I hope the fans appreciate this. Did Reigns deserve the win? Not really, but it came out the way it was supposed to be. There you go. Those belts are just awesome. Wow, I might just have to finish Stan's Chinese food. It smells good.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
Wow, I don't know. Monique, you got any more of those little things left? No. No, thank you. No. Asuka Lashley. I work with Bobby Lashley. Great human being. Great guy to work with. I think WrestleMania is going to be outstanding this year. Sheamus is another good human. I'm stuck on Bayley. She's just such a great performer. Rey Mysterio, another great person. Kevin Owens, outstanding. Randy Orton. I guess I got a lot of good things to say about Mr. Orton. Some not so good and some good. But take him or leave him, he's a great performer and a great star. Daniel Bryan, another great human being. One of the greatest managers right there, Paul Heyman. 69 days away to WrestleMania. If I go, I hope to see some of you fans there.
What's one of your favorite matches from the late 70s to early 80s?
There are so many. I really don't have any favorites. I suppose some of the greatest matches I've watched was the Bruno Sammartino matches, especially in the Boston area. Those were outstanding. Ivan Koloff, Bruno Sammartino, great matches. Here we go. It must be the Men's Royal Rumble. Wow. There's the man. I could see Edge right now in a WrestleMania match against none other than Drew McIntyre. Wow. Outstanding. Well received. I liked I love the look on Samoa Joe's face. He just kind of like hates everybody, doesn't he? He's a great guy. I think we lost Marty, don't you guys?
Yeah.
I think he's gone. Yep.
He's missing all the action.
He's got his own Royal Rumble out front, probably. I don't know. We'll see. Here we go. Who's it going to be? Who will Edge face? Wow. Here we go. Oh. Wow. Is that the man himself, Randy Orton? I'm telling you, there's another good work of what this will be entertaining right here. We got Randy Orton against Edge right now. First two entrants in the Royal Rumble.
Who do we got? Edge and Randy?
Outstanding.
Unbelievable.
We got $5 from Price Savior. He asks, "What does Senior think is better over? Who does Senior think is better overall? Vince McMahon Senior or Junior?"
It's an interesting question. You know both. Worked with both, but just kind of in different ways.
I can tell you this. I worked more closely with Vince McMahon Jr. And so I would have to say, in all fairness, Vince McMahon Jr. And a lot of people misunderstand, but tremendous person, really loves the business, takes good care of his talent, his help. I enjoyed working for him and with him.
And you'd like to do it again? Randy Orton's burns healed pretty quick. He had on that Mr. Wrestling 2 looking mask just a week or two ago. Oh, that's good. At least I think they were only first degree burns. So luckily
he's okay.
He's okay. Edge looks really good. Good for him.
Edge looks like the old Edge.
His second comeback in a year. A poor guy.
I just hope he doesn't injure himself again. You
It
know,
is-
he's really put himself in a precarious position.
Yeah, right.
I don't think I'd risk it.
Mr. Cena, have you ever worked with the legend Reno Chastain?
Who is it?
Now wait a minute. That's someone we have. Who's that from?
MDM 1138. Not much to go off. But
MDM. What is it?
MDM 1138.
Did you ever work with the legend Reno Chastain? You remember Reno?
You do?
Is the kind of the slower one?
Oh, no.
He looked like E.T.
Yeah, I remember it. No. No,
That must be someone we know.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think of Sami Zayn? I think every time I see him, I say this is everything that's wrong with WWE. He looks like he belongs in a recycling bin.
Some people just don't belong there.
He looks kind of like Seth Rogen, the Hollywood actor.
Well, it looks like something that just came off of, what is it, Robinson Crusoe Island.
Oh, and I don't know the man personally. You know, I'm sure he's a hardworking guy, but
They're basically turning edge face here.
he is a face.
More so.
Well, that's what they should do. I don't understand why they announced having them come out 1 and 2 ahead of time. It's not like they were trying to sell pay-per-views. You know what I mean? Would you have announced it ahead of time?
No.
I think it would have made a great
Absolutely not.
surprise.
It should have been a great surprise. Here you go. You can't trust the Viper.
No. Oh, your favorite faction, Johnny. Which one is this now? Well, Mustafa Ali.
Please.
You don't like now when they come out, are they using a different kind of camera lens? Okay.
Yes.
It was almost like a video game.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly right. Mustafa
I
Ali.
think the world
I
of this
managed
guy.
a kid in APW known as the Sheik.
Yeah.
Looked just like this kid.
Well, he's an outstanding athlete. As bad as Retribution is, at least it's
Yes.
given him something to do.
Yep.
He may fit in more of the cruiserweight size, but he's an exceptional athlete. I know this. If he was ever released, he's someone that I'd try and book.
Oh, grab him right away.
I could not say that to Sammy.
You know, I'm looking at this. I'm
Looks
saying,
like he's renting a condo next to Oscar.
oh,
The Grouch. No, not our friend Oscar. Oscar the Grouch.
oh, okay.
It looks like he pops out of a trash can.
Oh,
I don't get it.
Look at that crazy look. I love that. Orton's gives you that look.
Grrr. You think the Cowboy's watching tonight?
I
Home in
definitely
St.
do.
Louis.
I definitely do.
Yeah. You think the Cowboy knows how to use the internet?
I think he does.
He's got one of those old flip phones.
It's all right. It works, doesn't it?
You know, now that I could have released my inner Poland Spring, I never told you that Nasty Boy story from earlier.
No, what about that?
Do
Nasty?
you want to?
Sure, why not? Let it rip.
Well, literally. Oh, well, we've got the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. Fans, if you want to hear a good one, you're in for a good one. Should I give him my little spoiler about the surprise entrant tonight?
That's entirely up to you. I think you're better off making it a surprise. I think there's a guy.
There's someone that I was told is there tonight that's going to be a surprise entrant and then have a behind-the-scenes position with the company.
Well, must be me.
I wish it was you.
No.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. People have said on the show they think you and I should be brought in.
Oh.
I'm very impressed by that, even though we have the peanut gallery tonight.
Peanut gallery.
The chat's saying not to spoil it.
They don't want the spoil.
No.
All right. I will not spoil for you guys.
No, I wouldn't spoil it.
But I was very happy when I found it.
Oh, RKO. I know
So
what that
it-
feels like.
So if you guys want the Nasty Boy story, look at that. RKO's everywhere, baby.
Spear. That's the way, Edge.
So I don't know if you know, but there's been sale of this building. Did you know that?
No.
Well, there's been a lot of work done out back. Now, I don't know if this situation came as a problem because of the construction work being done out back, or if because there's no bathroom on the other side, the workers had to come over here when there was no one here. So just this whole the week was just nasty. I think it was the Wednesday or the Thursday. I kept getting called and called, and people know one fault I have as a human being. I am not good with the phone. I don't have time for the phone because no telephone call in wrestling is quick. I think you've probably come to learn that. It's not, hey, how you do? It's like with Tony. It turns into an hour and a half. So I said to fair chairman of the Boston Wrestling Sports, Neil Manolian, I said, here's a problem for you to deal with, much like our friend down at Memorial Hall when we have the events there. I said, call him back and find out what on earth he could possibly need. Well, unfortunately, they had, I don't remember if it was a friend or someone decently close enough had passed, and they needed to rearrange their travel plans home. So they needed 2 nights hotel stay instead of 1. So you're already knowing where that is going. So I had to tack the extra hotel on to the stay. But to be fair, he rerouted his plane to go to Pennsylvania as opposed to Florida. So I guess one hand washes the other. So on the Friday night, we go to pick up the first one. And you can tell it wasn't going to be exactly the most welcoming of personalities to deal with. But at the end of the day, it's about producing great content for the fans. And they've loved the interviews that we've made available to them thus far, so we succeeded in that end. So Saturday morning, as usual, I said, the hell with it. Let the talent rest and sleep. I'll come down to the studio early and get everything ready. I go into the men's room, and there's no water in the toilet. So I say, well, what do we do here now? I gave it a flush. Oh, no, it came very close to the top. And I said, the hell with it. I'll use the women's room. I go into the women's room. I can't even find the word. And you know I can come up with some unique descriptions of things. I cannot come up with the words of what was in the toilet in the women's room. It was so bad.
Was it Nasty Boys?
No, they hadn't even got to the building
What
yet.
was it?
A
lot of
well,
crap. Yep.
I had to lock the door so no one could get in. I didn't. And I have both Nasty Boys coming to the studio and 2 toilets that don't work.
Wow.
So we brought Jerry in. And to be fair, for the first part of the day, Jerry was great. I thought the interviews came out excellent. There's another new episode that premieres Wednesday night on Wrestling Insider Special Edition at 10 p.m. But then the original plan was before Jerry had to change his travel because of the death, Jerry was going to do the interview in the morning. Brian was going to fly in the morning. We were going to do the cyber autograph session in the afternoon. Jerry was going to fly home. Brian was going to do his interview at night. But because Jerry was going to be here all day, they changed everything around. So Jerry had nothing to do all day.
Yep.
He went down the street to the seafood restaurant and spent $120 on a very fine meal. When Brian came, and when Brian, there's the surprise.
Carlito.
Wow. Does he look good or what? 11 years it's been since that man has been in a WWE ring. Can you believe that?
I worked some shows with him.
The man that was responsible for stabbing your son.
That's right.
In a Boston nightclub.
That's right.
Look at the shape he's in. Imagine the push he would have got no 4 if he was in that kind of shape then. Am I wrong? He looks great.
Look at he did well. Oh, spine buster. Orton, did he get hurt? I guess so. Ooh.
Well, I got to hit the pause button on my story. I'm very happy to see Carlito.
This is a good match. Yeah, but this is a good match. So far, it's been a good Rumble. I'm impressed.
Carlito, a former MWF heavyweight champion. He worked with us at live MWF events here. He was with us down in Dallas,
I get
Texas
so
for one of
sick
the
of that when they get
WrestleCons.
thrown over the rope.
Holding on.
Yeah.
Julian asks, what part of Italy did your family come from, Dan?
My family?
Yeah, they're saying Marty's Italian in the chat.
What part of Italy did my family come from? Calabria. Have you ever been? Where are the Cenas from?
Genoa and Napoli.
All right.
Naples and Genoa.
Is that near Calabria?
It's a big boot.
Well, I'm so happy Carlito's back.
Yeah,
Hopefully, I'm glad I didn't spoil it for those that didn't want to hear it.
Wow.
Professor says, hey, Johnny, looking sharp, my man. Keep the faith, brother, and hope to see you soon. Your friend, the prof.
Who is it?
The professor,
Look forward to seeing you too, my
a
friend.
man with some class, unlike some of the other ones that
Yeah.
made some of the
Look
team-
forward to seeing you too, my friend. Hopefully this will all be over. This too shall pass, and we'll be back to where we belong.
Not like someone else we don't want to see.
Anyway,
I can't believe how good
impressed so
Carlito
far
looks.
with this Royal Rumble.
I hate to say it. I hope Carlito doesn't stay. I want him back.
No, I think he's staying. Ziggler, I think.
I would use
What do
him
you
as-
think about Dolph Ziggler?
I would use him as a wrestler.
I don't
Forget
like-
about the
I
other
don't like
nonsense.
Ziggler's new look.
What's his new look?
The ponytail?
That might just be for one night. I really haven't noticed.
Is that not Ziggler?
I haven't noticed his hair. Oh, there. Man, I tell you, Carlito is just like Lashley. There was just so much wasted time
Yeah.
when he could have been
A
contributing.
lot of potential, too. A lot of potential there.
You know, he's actually older than me
Carlito?
by a few months, but
Here we go. Big E. He might throw out a few people. Let's hope. Oh.
I'd like to see his cousins come back. I thought they were a great tag team.
The Colognes?
Yeah, in 2016, when they spoke to Carlito about coming back, they wanted to do a little faction with them, and I think that would have been a strong grouping.
Would have been great.
It would have been
Would have
really
been
good for the tag team. I know that
Yes,
much.
they would have been great.
So where was I? Oh, the professor checked in. Prof, thank you for all your help today.
Really?
He went out. He went all the way to Cambridge today, early this morning, to get
Wow.
some equipment we needed to help the
Thanks,
joke
Professor.
man use the computer.
Yep.
He was responsible for assembling the treadmill that he wasn't all that eager to assemble, but that's why he's the professor. We had a 12-foot box with a treadmill in it at a TV studio. But
You know,
where is he from? 1,000 Acre Woods?
never ceases to amaze me.
Is that where he's from?
Who?
1,000 Acre Woods?
I guess.
Winnie the Pooh?
Winnie the Pooh. Yep. What is this?
Well, I hope Carlito has a good run.
He deserves it. He's certainly an ultimate professional.
Well, he was always great to work with us.
Yep. It's a great. I've worked, like I say, big time
I
wrestling
know
here.
he had his issues when he left in 2010. That's fine.
John Morrison, good star, great guy.
I think he's been misused the entire year he's been back.
Thank you very much, my
Make-
friend.
Having him be Mrs. Flunky when he should be maybe not a top of the card, but an upper mid card babyface. He wrestles a style that the fans love.
Yep.
But instead, they have him and Miz go out like they're, trying to reenact DX as two 40-year-old sophomores in high school. I think it's wasted.
Who do you blame?
The creative,
There you go.
I can't see. Well, I don't know. Maybe Morrison enjoys it. But
No,
I don't enjoy
but you know
watching
what it's
it.
all about? It's a paycheck.
Yeah, and he's making big. They signed him to big money. He
John
signed at
Morrison?
the right time.
Yep.
Because ever since the corona hit, there's been no pay raises.
Wow.
What you have is what you get. And for a while, between the TV deal increases and the competition from AEW, there was some monster increases. monster increases as far as the paydays go. So lucky for John Morrison, he resigned. I know Miz resigned for some mega bucks too, for much more than you'd think a guy at his level on the card would sign for.
I always enjoyed watching Morrison when he was in Lucha Underground too.
Yeah,
He did outstanding.
For that show we had last Christmas weekend for the Paul Bearer toy drive.
Oh yeah.
I wanted him in the spot that we wound up giving to Mark Henry, but he just couldn't do it, which would have been unfortunate. Is unfortunate.
Ricochet.
Now, I don't know about what you think, Johnny. This to me is the most underused talent in wrestling. I would be grooming this guy to be the Rey Mysterio of the next generation.
I have to agree with you, my friend.
And they have turned him into nothing but an enhancement talent.
I agree.
What that guy can do in the
100%.
ring.
Yep.
Again, do you want to have a promotion filled with guys his size? No. But if you have one exceptional world-class athlete that can work like that, you make him a Rey Mysterio for the next generation.
I would agree. Definitely agree on that.
I don't know if you ever met him on the indie trails, but heck of a nice guy. I know he's good friends with Todd, who we hope is doing well as he recovers from neck surgery. But I'm glad you agree with me on that
No,
one.
I do. I think he's been underutilized.
It seemed like in the beginning they were going to try a little bit, and then
He just kind of went away.
just like one of those other things, they say, you know what, well, but I lose interest in my new toy I got for Christmas. And that's a shame.
Kid's got a lot of potential there. I'll tell you, this has been a good Rumble so far.
And we have lots of interesting little tidbits and anecdotes about these guys too, as we've come across them in our various smaller careers than they've had, but certainly not non-existent. And I haven't even finished the Nasty Boys story.
I don't think I want you to finish it.
Oh, it gets much better.
I'm sure.
What do we got?
Gets nastier.
Oh,
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head when you said that.
oh.
Tell me why.
You know, there were some people that were so fooled to think that this guy was so over because of the reaction when people would chant WWE Walk with the Lions. And then the bell rings. You'd think you were
Tells the whole story, doesn't it?
You'd think you were at a funeral home during coronavirus time with the reaction that his matches would get.
Yeah, well, that's how you know
He
where
is
you stand.
The personification of nobody cares.
Well, why is he still there?
He's got size. And how many guys have size anymore? I mean, he's probably, 6'2"?
Yeah, that was a nice drop kick by Carlito.
Golly, I mean, he looks like $1 million.
And that spring back was great.
Even though he's getting a little long in the tooth.
He's gone.
Hey. Do you want something?
Oh, she wanted.
You don't? Oh, okay. We got a refrigerator with stuff in there too, beyond water. All right. Just so you know, you're always welcome.
The professor wants to know greatest Rumble win in the history of the sport. Didn't mean to interrupt.
You never interrupt, Jackie. The greatest Royal Rumble win in the history? I have to go with 1992 again, when Ric Flair won the world title in the 92 Royal Rumble. That Rumble, they did it again in 2016.
Yes, they did.
Well, it was a little different. They made Roman defend it in the Rumble, and Triple H won it. But Damien, he's not bad. Have you seen him on NXT?
Yeah.
He's got a little size to him at least.
Yeah, but
You're not much of, you're not feeling it.
no.
No. All right. Connor Smith gets a big chuckle out of it every time we freeze. Or are you looking at a meme? I don't know. He's got the mask on. I can't understand it. What was I going to say? Oh, since we have a little bit of a lull here in the Rumble, so Sags comes, does the interviews. They're pretty good. Then we have to send Salmon Pants to get Knobs at the airport. I didn't realize what this was going to turn into. I don't know if you've seen Knobs lately, but his weight is increased greatly, and his health is not what it was. I guess is going to be the nice politically correct way to say it, because I like Brian. He was just a lot to deal with. So Sags is down the street at the seafood place, and then Nobbs wants to go to the hotel, even though, thanks to our friends at JetBlue, which I think changed 11 different flight segments over the course of the Holiday Headlocks toy drive, which drove me absolutely insane. Thanks, JetBlue. Nobbs' flight wound up coming. They changed it so it arrived like 2 hours late. He wanted to go to the hotel and do his hair and relax for a little bit. So I'm here all alone. Sags is down the street at the seafood place. He finally shows up. He can't even fit in the fucking chair. We had to go and get that big gray chair out there and bring it in so he could sit there and at least do the interviews. Then he had to go to the bathroom.
Uh-oh.
And I mean, when I say he could barely move, he almost needed a police escort up the ramp to the bathroom.
A police escort.
And he tried to use the toilet in the men's room and flush. And then, baby, Niagara Falls hit. Oh. And I texted the wonderful staff we have here at the studio to let them know what was happening. And no one responded to me. So I had a locked women's room with a toilet that I think should have been a punishment for someone going to jail to have to sit in that bathroom. And now I have an overflowing toilet in the men's room. Because Brian is on all these different medications for his diabetes. He has to drink a lot, and he has to constantly go to the bathroom. So in the middle of these tapings, the solution was with his partner in crime, Cecil the Lion, and you know his personality sometimes when he gets feisty. Cecil had to take him out to the loading dock, and he urinated all over the loading dock several times.
Oh, come on. Oh,
Several times.
Come on.
All over the loading dock.
Oh, come on.
And then, which I thought was even better, he said, I don't know why I didn't think of this in the first place.
People use that loading dock.
I am aware of that, John. I am aware of that. So then Jerry came back and was just in a mood of moods. He didn't want to wait. He wanted to do everything on the spot. He wanted to call the shots. Trying to be patient. Came time to do the cyber autograph signing. We did run into some technical difficulties because technology is great as it works.
Yep.
When it works, as we well know. But, his Bad Bunny again. Oh.
Come on. Why set it up that way? You know it's going to happen. They waited for it.
Don't you love it when they just stand there?
Yeah, come on, jump now.
Or even better, when they all interlock their arms and they stand there and look and wait, as if, do you think maybe he's going to jump on us?
Will you please jump on us?
It would have been better having Nobbs come out and use the stage as his toilet.
No. Riddle. Here we go.
Don't call him math, though.
No.
I don't want you to see the lawsuit on Google. Now, see, I don't know what your thought is on him. Bell to bell, fantastic. His promos, his theme song, his entrance, his sandals, his exit. I hate it. It's such a weird dynamic where I think bell to bell, his actual matches are very, very good. Very, very crisp. But everything else he does is like a middle school child. Am I too far off?
No, I think you're right on the money.
Maybe they could bring, since Nobbs is from Tampa, he could just come in and just urinate in the ring and eliminate himself. So then when it was over, so if we get to the point where we do the cyber autograph signing for the toy drive, Jerry was in such a bad mood. He went from the out where up my desk is to in here, and it was so cold and blah, 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 blah. The fans hated him. You think you got razzed. You should have heard what the fans
I don't mind the razzing.
Let me tell you.
I can give it as well as
they didn't like, Jerry didn't like what he was getting at all.
Please.
So we had to wrap that up pretty quick. And then the help, because they was, at least the help perceived them to be so rude and so difficult, didn't even want to take them back to the hotel. So I had to get them an Uber. It was just the day, what I saw in the women's room is what the day turned into. Complete and utter
Mess.
mess. I like that.
Good word. Mess.
It was a nasty day. But the interview content has been very good. The fan feedback has been very good.
Well,
It's just the fans that watched the live version of it hated them. They felt they were rude. They attacked poor Salmon Pants verbally.
really?
Yeah, they threw Sharpies at him.
What? Why?
They didn't like him. I don't know.
How unprofessional.
No one's ever thrown Sharpies at you before.
I've had false teeth, beer, money. I've had a lot of things thrown at
But
me.
not Sharpies.
Never a Sharpie.
People have thrown money at you.
Yeah, coins. Yeah. When as
I
a bad
see.
guy, as a bad guy, you get a lot of stuff thrown at you.
Prof, if you're still watching this, buddy, we've had the internet freeze on us. I'd have to say probably what, Joke Man, a dozen times?
Oh, wait.
Way more than that. And it's no laughing matter.
Oh. You think Dolph thinks it's funny now?
Michael Allen Rubin asks, John Sr., who are you picking to win the Rumble?
Edge.
You think Edge is going to go all the way?
He should. He should go all the way, I hope.
Michael is one of our regulars that's in all of our. Is that Kane?
And you know what I think?
Is it Kane?
I think Orton's coming back.
Well, you called it, Johnny. We discussed on one of our more recent episodes about Bray Wyatt that perhaps Kane could have something to do with the spookiness going on in the WWE universe. I don't think that's going to be the case long term, but it's great to see him tonight. Looks like he's
Hasn't changed.
it looks like he's eating well.
He's the mayor.
He's the mayor. Yes, sure is.
And I hear he's doing a great job.
One of the nicest people you'll ever meet
He
in our
sure
industry.
is. You know, I think that people have to understand that these folks, they have families just like everybody else. And there are two sides. You see the guy in the ring, and then you get to see the real person. I mean,
Paul Bearer said out of all of his sorry, Ricochet.
wow, that was a bad bump.
I'm sure it wasn't a pleasant one on the corner of the ring.
Nope.
Our good friend Paul Bearer, Percy Pringle, said Kane was by far the easiest of his men to manage over the
Daniel
years.
Bryan's going to take him down.
Former tag team partners.
He's a little winded.
Who, Kane?
Mm.
I don't think he's wrestled since that Saudi Arabia disaster.
Oh, they're friends?
Remember they were tag team champions?
Yeah. You got to throw him away, though. Bye. Whoop. Yep. And that was a joke, too. They made a mockery of that.
What?
The tag team championship with the two of them. Little
Ooh.
joking here and
Oh, yes, no, yeah.
there. Yeah. That was not.
Well, it's good to see Kane. He is.
You know what? I'm enjoying this portion. I'm enjoying this Rumble. This is good. You get a whole different feel here. And I just wonder, and I'm going to go back to where the women are. I just wonder if they held him back.
Wow. Jeez, that gives Priest a little credibility right there.
Good rub right there.
Kane, yeah.
Good rub.
Is he Damian Priest or Judas Priest?
Damien.
Damian.
Yep.
Judas Priest is a singer?
Yes.
I get them confused for some reason. I don't know
And they
why.
complain about me 4-2. All right.
Oh, you're good for that.
Oh, please.
The man that blocked us on Twitter because of the comments you made.
I didn't make any bad comments about him.
You just gave honest assessment.
I did. Well, I always say I'll stand behind what I say.
I like the King. I don't think he'll ever reach the main event status that I thought maybe he could have early on, but Certainly upper mid card.
They definitely were working towards him, but I think you're right. I think he's a
He had
mid
an issue
carder
at SummerSlam
every day of the
one
week.
year.
Michael Rubin asks, John Sr., did you ever hear the Orndorff story where he beat up Bill Dundee?
Did you ever hear the Paul Orndorff story where he beat up Bill Dundee?
No, even we had him in studio. We didn't.
I don't
do that.
remember that one
No,
either, to be
even
honest, Michael.
No, we had him in studio too. Paul Orndorff was our guest, and he never even talked about that.
No. I don't know, as much as I hate to say it, when we do have our Back to the 80s WrestleFest down at Memorial Hall with our frozen screen again, I don't even know in the condition if I'd want to bring him down. You know what I mean?
How old is he?
Paul?
What kind of condition is he?
Well, he had cancer, and his voice is very different. I could send you a link of something more recent. I would never want to put anything out in bad taste because I like him so much. I guess is my point. All the others, I'm really looking forward to having come down. We just need to have the event.
Oh, yeah, Tucker. Yeah, give me. Yeah,
I love this kid.
He's on the road to nowhere.
Yeah, he's there to be used and abused, and goodbye.
He was the 2020 Eugene. He was the main focus of that TV show for months.
Yeah,
They gave him Mandy Rose. They gave him Tucker. They gave him Money in the Bank.
Yep.
And then the fans said, you know what? I'm not going to have this shoved down my throat. And now no one cares about poor Otis.
No, he's gone.
They just enjoy it when I go,
Oh, yeah.
He must have heard you.
Now this is just...
There's the worm.
Scotty too hot to eat your heart out, baby.
John Sr. and Dan, how's Sheiky doing? Saw him with the new beard. Is he okay?
Quick work of Otis. Sheiky, baby, I saw him at the WrestleCon in New York City. Tony Atlas, the Sheik, and I had a little mini reunion. You hate to say it, but him sobering up physically crushed him. He's in so much pain. He doesn't get around well, if at all. He spends most of his time at home now. But he's healthy, He still might be the last person living on the planet when it finally explodes, for all I know. For a man to do as many drugs as he did at his age is remarkable. And I'm happy he's sober now. I just hate the fact that he's in so much pain, Who's this?
Dominic Mysterio.
This is going to be Otis 2021. He should be at the Performance Center training. And they're going to overexpose him on the TV shows. And the fans are going to turn against him. And I think he's got some potential,
Never said he didn't. I just think he needs, and Ray's done a great job working with his son. But I think, like everybody else, start at the bottom and work to the top.
Even to the point, not that physical presentation is everything, but it's an athletic presentation. He's got the gimmick over his chest, and I mean, come on, get yourself into shape. But he eliminated the King.
$5 from Guardians of Chaos. It's been an excellent watch, Dan and John Sr. It's an honor. I worked security for Junior in 2004-05. God bless.
Well, thank you very much, Guardian, for tuning in, brother. I see your name a lot during the premieres we have with Tony, with Johnny, with Marty, with our random Wednesday night guests. Thank you for tuning in. If you could tell a friend, it would be great. If you could tell a few, it would be great. If you could tell a few thousand, it would be great. Because, Johnny, I am, not to be confused with the Sheik, humble enough to say that I realize there are millions of fans that have no idea our shows exist. But I do believe once they find them, they'll truly enjoy them. If you look at the growth from last year to this year at this time, it's amazing, almost tenfold.
Wow, that's
if we
good.
can keep growth like that going,
Yeah,
the sky is the
good.
limit. And
That's
then, again, it's creating the meal almost like you with your cooking. The more fans we get involved, as you've seen, the more legends we can bring to the studio to tell their stories. The more legends we can help keep working when they have no income right now. So it's up to you guys. I realize not everybody can afford to contribute financially. That's the way of the world. I get it. But it doesn't cost anything to hit the thumbs up button. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe to the channel. And it doesn't cost anything to share the link on Facebook or on Twitter or any social media platform like that. And that's what creates the great growth.
Whoa! Goodbye,
Bye-bye,
Dominic.
Dominic.
There's a man. I enjoyed working with him very much.
I
had
love Bobby.
4 or 5 shows. What a great
Love
guy he is.
Bobby.
I'm telling you, great.
The Melrose police, after one of the shows, pulled over me, Bobby, and Carlito.
Well,
And they almost passed out when they saw the size of the three of us. And they called 3 squad cars.
what'd you do?
Nothing. A tail light was out on the kid's car. But because it was I hate to say it, because it was Melrose, one of them was a big black guy. One of them was a big Puerto Rican guy in a city that's 99.9% white. They were probably shocked to even see a minority in the town. Never mind at that size.
Look at this. Panel's big
Whoop.
eagle. Whoa.
I didn't like that.
Guy's got a lot of strength. There's another guy been underutilized.
Which one?
Both Lashley and the Big E.
I don't think Big E's got the size.
No, but
The
he's got the
height.
drive and desire. And you know what? You got to reward that at some point.
I think
Lashley-
they have such a hard task at the hand because they made him out to be such a goof for so many years.
Yeah,
Lashley was never presented like a moron.
I
You know
agree.
what I mean?
I agree. Oh, Helms is back. Whoa.
He's been doing agent work.
I worked with him. He's another great
I don't
person.
know him well.
Great guy. Offers a lot. Willing to share, help. Great knowledge of the business. Loves it.
I know he certainly loves the business.
He does. There's no question about it.
We spoke a few times online about doing something. It's just sometimes things don't work out with guys with dates. You want someone on one date, they're not available. They're open another date that you don't have something.
You know, I wonder why Molly Holly wasn't part of that Women's Royal Rumble.
How many times can you go to the same well? You know what I mean? They
Well,
brought her
you
out
look-
as, the Crash Holly cousin.
Yeah, I hear you.
They brought her out as superhero Molly last year. You can't do it every year.
No, I agree.
Hopefully that's the end of poor Lisa Marie, though. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to make a fool out of her.
Wow, that didn't last long.
No.
Oh.
Maybe he'll come out as Gregory Helms now, his alter ego,
Well, so the
when he goes into the phone booth. Now, do you think after Victoria's performance tonight, Vince might get a call?
I don't think so. That's all over and done with.
It's still one of my favorites. I got to be honest. The day you told me that one, I belly laughed. My stomach hurt. I know you weren't laughing, but
No, we don't talk about that.
well, we're showing it respect with
Thank
enough
you.
of a tease to let the fans know that there's so much crazy that goes on in this world of ours. You never know what to expect on any given day. It's not always good, but it's never boring.
No, you can say that
It
several
is
times.
never boring.
Have you ever
Who's
told
Christian?
John
Look at
Sr.
that.
about Quincy's national anthem rendition?
Johnny has witnessed Quincy's national anthem rendition, and he's not a fan.
Who's that?
Quincy, Rustani. Well, Christian looks in good shape.
Yep.
I wonder, I've heard that a lot of the
Old partners. Here we go. Look at the look in his face.
he hasn't had a match. Jeez, when was Christian's last match?
They're saying we should refresh
13?
the feed because we're behind. Should we just let it go? Or...
Whoa, they're going to
let's
take
just see
Lashley
this
out.
for a second.
Goodbye.
Refresh it now.
Lashley is
A
gone.
lot of those, I hate to call them older guys because in reality they're not that old. But there is the give it the pull. All right, thank you, Joke Man. We missed AJ's entrance.
Oh.
That's all right.
Whoa, oh.
You know what? A funny story. When we had AJ booked in the
AJ
MWF,
Styles, Yep.
I did some promotional work for TNA's local house shows. and I went and taped promos with AJ. At that time, storyline-wise, AJ was attached at the hip with Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And even though Christian had nothing to do with our event, he helped AJ with the promos to try and make him of more value to the show. I think that says a lot about the man, Christian. Good guy. Good guy.
I agree.
And I know, I don't know if they've been going to Mexico, but I've heard something about stem cell transplants or something
Yeah.
that some of them with bad necks have gone to get. And I think Edge was one of them.
Yeah, let's hope. I just say Edge is really out there. I just hope he stays safe.
Well, Christian is in pretty
Christian
bad
too.
shape too.
Yep.
If he's healthy and can contribute to the roster, I think that's great. He's someone, again, like a Booker T. Is he an A-plus guy that's going to main event pay-per-views for you? No. But can he contribute on a regular basis in a positive way?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I hear you.
Absolutely.
Oh, kidney punch. That was so bad, Brian. Didn't look good. Rey Mysterio?
All right, we got, so that's 7, we got 4 more spots, Johnny. Who are we missing? Oh, it's sponsored by Victoria. Oh.
Maybe Victoria's Secrets.
Well, you may know some of them.
Gonna get me in trouble with Moniz.
Johnny, I don't know. No, Moniz is a wise woman. She knows.
She's a wise woman.
You were around 58 or 59 years before you met her.
102.
102. Well, you got the big 60th coming up this year.
I do. I'll be 60 this year. Wow.
She knows you're a well-traveled man.
Ooh. Shaq. Whoop. Back in the ring.
Do you like Mysterio's mask with the hair, or do you prefer the traditional?
I prefer the traditional Rey Mysterio, the man that he was, the man that he is. Yeah, I hate to say it.
Now, do you think this Omos has potential, John?
The big guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he does. Because one thing they need is size. Paul Wright, Big Show is ready to, he just does a little here and there. This guy has a lot going for him.
Connor Smith is wild about what Omos just did.
Gone sleeping there.
No, not falling asleep. He's running around like a wild man.
He's got a good look, this kid. This guy's got a good look.
I don't know. Who has a good look? Who?
Mosh has a good look.
I think he needs to bulk up a little bit. Sometimes they get a big guy and they almost look frail there. So
Yeah, because of their height.
look at a guy like Khali. I mean, he was as thick as a tree. Maybe
The
too
great
thick.
Khali hurt more wrestlers, I guess. I don't know.
Killed a guy when he was training.
Wow, I met him a couple of times. Very nice.
I'll say this: your son got a hell of a match out of him, and I think it was Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
And
That's
that
true.
was a challenge
And let me tell
for
you
anybody to get a good match out of Khali.
Well, and I'm going to tell you, when he picked him up for that attitude adjustment,
He picked him up?
That was a deadlift. There's another guy I like, Sheamus.
You're a Sheamus guy, really?
I like Sheamus.
Yeah.
Sheamus has got the Celtic look. When he first came in, he came in with that great character, that great individual. The mayonnaise kid, as they called him, as John was saying.
Mayonnaise kid.
Mayonnaise, because he
Not
was
Mike Morrison.
No, he was just. And then all of a sudden, there's another guy that you haven't seen much of.
Who? Sheamus?
No.
Oh,
I mean,
I was going to say, who are you talking about? We haven't seen
he's
a lot
there
of.
all the time, but they're not using the guy in his.
I mean, what could they possibly do after 11 years with Sheamus that hasn't already been done? That's the hard part.
When you got a kid with that potential, it's difficult.
Potential.
It's
He's
all
40
been
years
done.
old.
It's all been done.
I mean, he's a lot closer to the end than the beginning. He's got from what I understand, a really bad neck. I don't know if he's going to go for those same treatments we were just talking about.
I don't. You know what? You got to be real careful with that stuff. There's no.
I don't know enough about. People have suggested it to me with my problems with
the stem cells.
Yeah, trying to have those treatments done, but I don't think there's enough known about them yet. And I have enough problems. I don't need to.
You going to Mexico?
You want to go? Only if I can go on your jet.
On my jet. Whoa, I love it.
Mexico is too long of a ride for your helicopter. Omas, I think, has taken out more people
Oh,
than
Mas,
those
he's
in the
doing good.
Rumble.
He's not. Look at he just picked Rey Mysterio up like it was a rag doll.
Is Edge still your guy?
Yeah, he's still in
John?
there. Edge is still my man. I'm not gonna give up on Edge.
Isn't it funny that the Royal Rumble began with two men that you had WWE television battles with?
And I did. There's a guy that I'd like to see do more, Cesaro. But he just, for some reason, he looks like he's thinned out a little bit there.
Yeah.
I don't like what I see.
He does everything right except have personality. That's what he's missing.
I agree.
Remember, they had him with Heyman for a short period of time. They had him with Zeb Colter, but nothing seemed to click.
It didn't work. Didn't click.
Maybe he's better off as a baby.
Maybe.
But again, another guy that's, I'm not quite sure how old he is, but he's not a young one.
Who, Cesaro?
Yeah.
I don't think he's an old guy either.
How much are you going to invest in a guy pushing 40, if not already there, though? You know what I mean?
That kid had a lot of talent. I'm surprised they didn't
yeah.
utilize him to his fullest potential. I was surprised at that.
It's just when you look at him, is there anything about him that says, and you know how WWE
Wow, he's
looks
really
at
swinging the end right around.
it. Is there anything about him that says superstar?
Is that Brian? Who, Cesaro?
Yeah.
No.
That's it. He's very plain looking. And he doesn't
Yeah, but
have
you know what? If that
personality.
kid bulked up, put some muscle on, I think put him under a mask if you have to. Put on him a hood. I just think he's got a lot of potential.
Oh,
What are you saying? Alpha.
because
Do you know who it is?
oh, yeah, you don't?
Well,
It's another one of your Twitter pals.
Twitter.
No, he was angry with me. I'm sorry, not you. He didn't like my thoughts on his boring, bland, uninteresting present. A world-class professional wrestler. Great talent.
See, he doesn't want you to see him.
One of the worst characters in recastings I've ever seen of a guy that was a main eventer.
He's not anymore.
I mean, I don't think they could make this guy any more boring than they've made him. His Monday Night Messiah, or I guess he's the Friday Night Messiah now that he's on SmackDown.
Yeah, wow.
He's got the look of a rock and roll star. And they have him doing this nonsense that nobody cares about, was a ratings disaster. They gave him every tool in the world to succeed. They have him destroy Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 35. Then instead of their great idea, well, you know what? We'll make him Becky Lynch's boyfriend on TV and make him almost subservient to her.
Real life, yeah.
Oh, my God. And if that didn't kill him, he had that horrible feud with The Fiend.
Oh, yeah.
And then they decided to go this route with Monday Night Messiah. And I remember, oh, my God, when the nonsense with Kevin Owens began with their feud,
Yep.
I had pretty much the entire Raw script explained to me. And I told, and you probably can, with your common sense, figure out who. Not that it makes a difference, but I said, do you know what you're doing on Raw on Monday night? And he goes, no, what? And I ran down the show, and he's like, you know what? The check's clear.
You know what it's all about?
At the end of the day, right? Yeah.
That's the name of the game.
Do you think the Monday Night Messiah could be a potential victor tonight, Johnny?
No,
I hope
I'm going with Edge.
You still like Edge. What about this guy? We've got our 30.
Braun Strowman.
Not much in the way of surprises in this year's Rumble.
Nope.
Good to see Carlito.
No. But you know what? Now, here's another man that they built. And then when it comes time to produce, what do we have? I don't get it.
They go back and forth.
Yeah, I don't get
Remember, there was that one Christmas they dressed him up as an elf.
That was even a punch. What was that? They made a fool of him. Whoa! Nice catch.
That was a good spot.
Oh, Cesaro.
He's the guy that should be ultra protected because he's got the size, he's got the look, he's a kind of a fearsome,
Yeah, he is.
monstrous promo, you know.
But I don't
Remember-
understand why they work so hard to build him up, and then in the end, look what happened.
They gave him, well, they were almost kind of forced to give him the title at WrestleMania last year because Goldberg only had the 2 matches and Roman wouldn't work the show. And then they wound up doing all that nonsense with him and The Fiend. Remember that swamp match they had that went about 45 minutes with no action, where Strowman, I think he was tied up in a chair or something.
Yeah, he's tied.
And Wyatt came out of the water like one of the end of the Friday the 13th. Oh, anything from the peanut gallery, Jackie?
Nothing in particular.
No joke.
All silent
Someone
now.
was asking if you were expecting Brock Lesnar. Brock
No.
Lesnar.
No, at the Rumble, never.
Why do you say never? Now you get me curious.
No, but I don't think you'll see him ever do that.
I think what the reason why I think this has been a good Royal Rumble, but as far as the lack of, other than maybe Christian, a big name surprise that's going to come back, you have 2 pay-per-views to fill before April 10th and April 11th at WrestleMania in Tampa. So there are some big returns coming. Like I said, I think I'm gonna figure the puzzle out more when I see who wins tonight. But from the matches that I was told that they are working towards, there would be no need for them to be in the Royal Rumble. Is that a fair assessment to make?
Sure, I would agree with that.
All right. It would not enhance what they have planned. But their plans can change quick, which is why I didn't rule out anything.
Boy, Brian's just got a little blood on his shoulder. He was a pleasure to work with.
We had the man as the United States champion.
Yeah, we did. And it was nice of WWE to let him come back and fulfill his commitment.
What an event that was. We had the
awesome.
WWE United States champion, the TNA X Division champion, and the Ring of Honor champion all on the same show. You will never see that again in wrestling unless Vince buys them.
I think you're right. My man's still in there. Edge is still in there. This could be it.
No, I have to say, the wrestling fan in me would like to see Edge win.
I think he's going to win. My money's on Edge.
Well, like I said, I did not want to say out loud.
Let's be real here.
What do we got, brother?
Let's look at who's left in this ring.
Right.
Who's the only person there that you think, besides Daniel Bryan, that has the ability to draw?
Before I had the talk with WWE people this week, I thought Bryan was one of the odds-on favorites to win because I knew he had a match with Roman upcoming. It's just not going to be a Mania one.
No. And you don't see Daniel Bryan beating Roman Reigns.
No.
All right. So where are we at here? We've got these 2 young men, both going to disqualify themselves. Or
was Randy Orton officially eliminated?
No, that's what I'm saying. He had that injury when it's
that
thrown out.
makes me think he's going to eliminate Edge.
That gets me. I think Edge is going to eliminate him.
You think he's going to come back out to be eliminated by Edge?
Yeah.
Really? What do you guys at home think? Who's going to win the Rumble?
Here we go. This could be a double right here. He's still in it. Oh. Still in it. Oh.
I'm telling you guys owe Jackie the Joke Man big time. Because if I had to keep getting up, what probably would have happened was I would have yelled at poor Connor Smith in the other room, keep the shot on Johnny, and I would have sat by the TV to refresh it all night in my chair, which has happened before.
Rollins. Maybe it'll be Edge and Rollins in there.
You think that might be the final 2?
Yeah.
Fans at home, if you're watching this, tell us, was Randy Orton eliminated or not?
Brian's done.
I don't know if I was distracted or.
No. I think it'll be Rollins and Edge.
But I mean, I don't know if Orton is still in or not. Was Orton thrown over the top rope?
I think he just did not. He injured his leg.
Fans, we're relying on you, please. Jackie, are they giving us any updates?
Somebody said Orton wasn't eliminated.
No.
I think that was a few minutes ago.
Oh, all right.
He wasn't.
Oh, so
No, it
all
said
right.
somebody just said he's still in it.
He's still in it. All right.
Yes,
Thank you,
yes.
whoever that was.
At least I pay attention.
I don't know how I missed it. I was probably telling the Nasty Boys story.
I don't know.
I was so hoping that when he came back, he was going to drop the whole Messiah thing and just be Seth Rollins again.
I'll be honest with you, he's not one of my favorites.
Is regular Seth Rollins, I enjoy what he does an awful lot. Even in this boring, bland presentation as the Messiah, I think his wrestling is still very good.
They're going to team up, are they? We're the future. It's going to take out Rollins.
What a great moment for Edge and Christian, though, huh?
Yep.
Do you think in their minds they ever thought at 46, 47 years old they'd be doing this together in the ring at the same time?
Nope.
After the injuries they suffered?
Nope.
Christian was more concussions.
Here we go. It can't be Braun Strowman. I'm still going with Edge.
I'm going to be surprised if the person I think is going to win doesn't win. Because that'll say to me that there's no long-term planning at all anymore.
I'm telling you, Edge has got to come out of this on top. It's got to be Edge.
He's doing the Chris Benoit Big Show spot right there.
There we go. Right over the top for Strowman. Come on, Braun. Let's go. Get it over.
Braun's kind of falling at it.
Yeah, he's a strong guy, though. Bring him back in. He'll bring him back in. Watch. Christian will save.
It says our
Goodbye,
feet are behind.
Strowman. Here we go.
We're still behind?
Yeah.
Well, we're sorry, fans.
There you
Our
go.
internet
There's
sucks.
it. Who's left?
Rollins, Edge, and I guess Orton.
No, there's Rollins.
Watch Orton come in from where the...
Oh,
Watch Orton come in from the, like where
And
the,
then he'll
the
eliminate
bell
him.
is.
Yep.
Yeah. And that would be it. Well, I don't want to say anything until it's over. We missed the finish.
Yeah, Orton was there. He eliminated him, too. He eliminated Orton, too.
All right. Well, you know
I
what?
guess I called it. I guess I did call it.
Well, remember the 3 matches I told you earlier today? That makes that's what it should have been.
You want me to go back and rewind it a bit? Or
They'll show a replay. But you know what? Good for him. 2 times in a year, he's had to make a comeback. Good for him. He's a good guy.
I think he is.
He's had his trials and tribulations. He had his career
Remember
taken from
watching
him in
and John in
2011.
Canada. That was crazy. There goes Strowman and Christian at the same time.
You saw that.
There goes Edge. Rollins. Up and over. Orton's going to come in from the side, like you say. There you go. In comes Orton.
Jesus, do I know how to call this shit or
I
what?
told you he wasn't
It's
out.
unbelievable. No, I mean, just he came from exactly where I thought he was going to come
I
from.
told you he wasn't out of it. He's going to come back in.
It's too predictable. Is another problem that a lot of the fans say. But you know what? Good finish.
So
Good
now
winner.
it'll be Edge against McIntyre. And I think that'll be a good main event. He's been there before.
He's won the Royal Rumble before.
Yep.
Wow. And he lasted the whole route. Number 1 to the end.
But he had all the rest on the side. I mean, it was great. This was a good Rumble match. I enjoyed this.
This show ended a lot better than it began.
Yes, I would agree with you 100%.
The first 3, and we missed the pre-show match, but the first 3 matches on the show,
Left
the
a lot
Goldberg
to be.
match was fine.
Yeah.
The women's title match, not so much. The women's Royal Rumble was atrocious.
All I can say is
Roman
if
delivered.
Yep.
and his match with Owens.
Yep.
And this
Owens
really
delivered in
delivered.
his match with Reigns. Let's put it that way.
And Yokozuna Icons is coming up next on WWE Network fans. I look forward to seeing that. Johnny, as I guess we wrap up now, overall, what would you, on a scale of 1 to 10, give this show?
On 1 to 10, might give it a 7 or an 8.
I'd give it a 7.
Yep.
I don't know if I'd rush to go back and ever watch it.
Yep.
But I thought it was watchable.
Yep.
On the second part.
I would agree.
I commend the athletes. And now the road to WrestleMania has begun. And you and I are going to have a lot to talk about this winter.
Fabulous Fridays will be even more fabulous.
Even more fabulous. Maybe some fabulous comments.
Wow, we'll see.
Maybe our peanut gallery will be a little bit more fabulous. Who knows?
We'll see.
But I thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having
The
me.
question is, Johnny, will you be back for some of the ensuing events coming up? Did you have that much fun? I know
We'll
you got to
take
look.
one day at a time.
One day, that's all we can
One
really do.
day at a time.
The boss really has to speak.
Nothing to say. It's me.
$3,000 investment on that heater.
There you go.
Did
But
you at least stay a little warm? Because I know this room, the fans at home don't understand how cold we have to keep this room.
It's very cold in here. I'll tell you, the fans, if you don't know how cold it is in here, my soda pop right here is now chilled. This is ice cold.
Would you say maybe 50 degrees?
In this room?
Yeah.
Low 40s.
Really?
Yeah, 45, maybe 48.
And even with all the big studio lights we have on, everything has to stay cool because this equipment is, I mean, some of it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. If it overheats, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars to replace. So we have to keep it literally ice cold. My feet in these little flips, what are they called? Slides that I have to wear because of my foot ailment. My feet are freezing right now. Never mind my shrimp. I still haven't even finished them.
Well, now's a good time. It's over. Rumble's finished. We're finished. Fans, was a great time. I've enjoyed myself. It was a great night. We will see you again. I can tell you that.
We were finished before we began. That's a
agree.
different story for a different
I
time.
agree.
though.
I
Fans,
agree.
let me tell you this. I think you want to know one way to get to this man's heart, to have him back for more of these live pay-per-view watch-alongs. He's a big fan of Make-A-Wish. I know that much. Donations to Make-A-Wish. You send copies of the receipts our way. We know you're helping the cause along with the super chats, or heading on over to patreon.com/Boston Wrestling for that early ad-free access to Wrestling Insiders and those studio shoot interview DVDs that have been seen by millions online and millions more on the Howard Stern Show, so we can help keep the wrestling legends working. But you know what? If anyone does anything special with Make-A-Wish and forwards us the email to show him, he's got to be, you know what? We've had many agreements in our time, many disagreements in our time, but I think one thing we both agree big on is the charity work that we like. That means a lot to him, and I think that may entice him to come back more. You wouldn't believe what he ate before we started, though. He was a pig, but I'm not even going to talk about that. You wouldn't believe how much he ate before we went on
Really?
the air.
Really? Wow. Okay. All right. Hang in there, fans. Hang in there. If you believe that, I got a bridge I want to sell you.
No, Johnny is on. What is it that you're doing called Zoom?
Noom.
New?
Noom. Yep.
Not Zoom. Noom.
Noom. I've been on it now for a week. I've lost 9 pounds
In a week?
in a week.
Wow. Now, what do you do?
Just follow the plan that's on there. Take your lessons every day. Count your calories. Log your food. Know when you're high. Know when you're low. Motivate yourself. Don't be afraid to trip and fall, which we all do. You know, when
No,
you're
look at
on
me.
and it's really not a diet. It's a different way of thinking, changing your habits and the food you eat, making better decisions. I'm really happy with it. It's
Really?
a great little program. Yep.
I know you were a big fan of the walking. Have you been able to get out there and walk at all during these Corona times, or
The
no?
weather has been so cold.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for me with my asthma sometimes to breathe in that weather.
yeah.
So I
Well, you
can't
do
get
need
out there
that.
and do that.
You have to
But I
breathe.
do find exercise. You know, I got some wood I split. We've got some stuff to do. I've got to build some stuff for the yard out there. So I keep myself pretty busy. I try to do indoor exercise a little bit. But somehow, you know, people say the coronavirus made me what I am. I gained 30 pounds.
Did you really?
Yep.
Get the heck out of here.
Yep.
I wouldn't have. Honestly, I wouldn't have guessed that.
It wasn't the coronavirus that made me gain the weight. It was me that made me gain the weight. You know, we can all find excuses for everything we do in this world, but when you look in the mirror at the end of the day, it's all about you. And it's all about you realizing where the mistakes were made, and it's all about you making the changes to improve the person that you want to be and who you are. In the end, that's what it comes down to.
Well, I'm happy I dropped from my high without having to do too much other than stay away from certain sweets and such, and because I can't exercise because of my
Good foot.
physical condition.
Yep.
But I went from 309 into the 260s.
Nice job. Nice job. I'm
And,
looking to drop
And
30.
it's very, I wish I could go out and walk and run and things like that. But, as you see, I'm lucky to get out of the chair.
You had a tough time. You had a tough time.
I did, but wrestling fans, we really enjoyed having you with us. I'd like to thank our great crack staff, Jackie the Joke Man, Connor Smith. They braved literally Arctic temperatures to be with us here live. We have a blizzard coming to this city.
Ooh.
I have no idea when we're going to be here, cut off, shut off. I know I've tried to produce as much of our weekly content in advance as possible. I think I got through the talk shows through Wednesday, the history videos through Friday. I need 2 calendars. But anyway, different story for a different time. For this fine gentleman, Mr. John Cena Sr., whether we have him via podcast style or in studio, we'll be back Friday night after SmackDown at 10 p.m. for Fabulous Fridays. For John Cena Sr., the lovely Moniz, I'm Dan Marty. Until we speak again, folks, you and yours be well, stay healthy. Good night. Now, this is interesting because they have to cut off the YouTube and the Facebook feed. So I think we're still on right now as the lights go nuts.
Wow.
Why don't
There's a spirit
Why
in
don't
here.
I? Well, you know who the spirit is. I truly believe it's him messing
You
with us.
really? You believe that?
I do.
All right.
That means before you get up, Johnny got up anyway. He doesn't care about being discreet.
The indiscreet. We're not off yet, but hold on.
Almost.
Do they cut the feed off now?
Almost.